Your mic is a little low.
My mic is a little low. What about now? Is
Just a
that
little
better?
bit.
Let's see. Yes, it worked.
Sweet.
So when we do
Yes, that's
Bob,
better.
Bob knows sports, and when
Yeah.
we do that, we will do this. So that'll be fun.
That
So
sounds like you're writing code in there just to get that helmet up there.
wow. Yes, if only I was that talented with the typing. I don't type that fast. Yes, I would finish the words. What is that per minute kind of deal? What? Why are you still big, Bob? Okay,
I don't know.
there
Make me
we
small.
go.
Thank you.
Look at
Come on,
that,
he's Big Bob.
Big Bob,
Yeah.
BB,
BB.
and he's going to change his name later on when he goes to the bathroom. He'll be BRB. All right, so let's do this intro.
Program includes reviews and critiques of various products, movies, and works of art, and uses content for educational purposes. This program complies with YouTube's terms of service, including its fair use policy.
Are you enjoying what you see week after week? Consider giving us a like and subscribe. It's a small gesture, but it means a lot. Click the little button and give us a thumbs up. Follow our very talented panel. And for butter's sake, go to rosaluscomics.com and buy a friggin' comic already.
Let's talk about pop culture madness, memes and reboots, retro classic legends in their suits, Avatar, Star Wars, anime too. We'll talk about the sequels, what's coming through. Sunday come, we go live, telling everything you crave and why. We got cheer up, all that you need. We got the pulse of the pop culture speed. Super Sunday on Sunday. That's what we're talking about. It's Super Sunday rap. That's what we're talking about. Super Sunday. Wrap up everything you know. Join the fun, break it down every single show. We're Super Sunday.
Oh yeah!
I've got one that can see.
Sunday, all the news never be the same.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an intro. Yeah, I like that new one.
So do I.
Let's show everybody my static camera. We are doing I've got like one frame per minute, I think.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You already started frozen.
Apparently, I'm doing time lapse with my camera today. So,
Oh, there you go.
Kind of
well,
awesome.
sort of, yeah.
Stylized.
Yes.
It's all on purpose, folks.
Of course, yeah. I don't know why, but it's like if I move my hand, it's gonna catch it. But then I gotta like smile or something like. And now I'm frozen smiling.
Good. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So until I yawn or something like that, that's what it'll be.
Get it with your nose, your finger in your nose. Come
Oh, let's see if I can do that real quick.
Wait, so your camera has like T-Rex vision? So like
It
only works if there's
I don't know
movement?
what's going on with my camera today.
on. T-Rex mode, yeah.
Wait, it's fixing itself.
You know, I switched to this trail cam, so I don't know what's happening.
Now it's perfect. You're fine.
That
Oh,
could
good.
explain it. The
Yeah.
clarity, though.
Yes, switch from the bank camera that I was using before, I guess. I don't know what's going on. But hey, today is a special day.
Oh,
Today is a very special day because we are, if I can get it there, ta-da, the return of the Wheel of Topics.
yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, I figured an end around on that. And if I can
Seems
get it-
a little weighted towards one
Yeah,
subject,
a little bit.
but beautiful nonetheless.
well, you know, today is Bob's Sports Day, so if we're going to have to do it, if we get a chance to do sports with Bob, it should be before he leaves and starts watching football.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
wheel is a little bit weighted.
shouldn't have took a drink of that, whatever you just drank, because now your camera's fucked up again.
Yeah, well, you know, it's gonna happen. I'm going to
It
be
was running
concerned about
perfect.
everything from this point on. That's what it is. I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's let's
Spingaroo.
go back over here and let's do
Oh,
this and find out what's going on with Kitty. What's going on with you this morning, Kitty?
yeah.
Well, this evening we have we're probably going to have 2 deliveries.
Ooh.
So the first one actually happened while there was an intro going on, so I had to dash in between. I was wondering if we were just gonna, I was just gonna be a little circle K, and yeah, so I got that one. So I don't know if we've got the song for Who
not
Rang the Doorbell. We don't, right? But it's
We
in
don't
my
have
head,
it
and I'll sing it when the delivery comes. You can
Perfect.
mute me if you like.
Perfect. Yeah,
And that's all that's happening because it's Sunday night.
we are in the process of rebuilding for a restream what we can, and some things will happen, some things won't, and
So far, it looks good.
well,
Especially
I'm enjoying it. Especially portrait mode apparently. So for me,
Oh yeah.
yes, portrait mode.
Yes, portrait mode. Snap.
So Gray, how's your morning been?
Hey, yeah, good. It lasted long enough for me to make coffee, so yeah, coffee,
Oh.
good.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Little poupée and coffee. That's awesome.
Goes a long way.
They go together.
Goes a long way. And so let's go ahead and give this a quick turn here.
Yeah, let's see what we possibly
Let's
could
go
land
promo
on.
time.
Yeah. Promo time. I'm hoping for what's in
Could
theaters,
it
honestly.
land?
Oh,
Might be
never
sports.
would've
Hard to
guessed.
say.
Yes. Might be.
Who knew that was going to happen? What a surprise.
Yeah.
It is sports season. And when the leaves turn, people start throwing the pigskin around.
Yes.
And we wind up doing the sports. And so Bob is the one who knows about sports.
Yes, I know something about sports.
So
Yeah,
let's,
absolutely. Yeah, there we go. Absolutely. That looks
See if
beautiful.
I can find the right music here.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and get started on the sports.
Absolutely. Do you have those other 2 things that I sent you that go along with the sports?
What was that on? Discord or?
The music.
I believe
I
it
just
was
love
on
the
Discord.
music.
Yeah. Discord, yeah, I believe it was on Discord, but yeah, I got a moment till I get to those people anyways. But first off in sports, if you're a baseball fan, especially a Yankees fan, they won their game yesterday, which guarantees them a slot in the World Series, so they've made it. So we'll find out later this upcoming week when they're going to play again and who their opponent is going to be, as they're still battling with the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Mets. Some people hoping for a Subway Series. The Mets need to win 2 games in a row to clinch that. Dodgers only need to win 1 out of the next 2, and they'll get their slot in the World Series. But over to the world of football here. Last week, we had a lot of crazy games. We had the Bears going up against the Jaguars, and they absolutely mauled them 35-16, so that was pretty fun to watch. The Buccaneers absolutely murdered the Saints 51-27 in New Orleans, so that's terrible for the Saints. Jesus. The Baltimore Ravens, they eked out a win by 7. They went up 30-23 over the Washington Redskins, or Commanders, or Comrades, or whatever you want to call them. Can't figure out what they want to do over there with their appropriation. The Green Bay Packers, they beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-13. We had the New England Colts. They went all the way down to Tennessee, and they won by 3, 20-17. Houston Texans, they put a walloping on the New England Patriots, who are currently playing right now over in London. But Texans won 41-21 over the Patriots. We had the Eagles taking on the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns. And as usual, the Cleveland Browns lost 20-16. We're going to jump on over to Denver as the Broncos got their ass beat by the Chargers 23-16. The Steelers continue their win streak as they beat the Raiders 32-13. Then we had the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers, and the Falcons won that game 38-20. Now, this is a game that was crazy. The Detroit Lions, they went all the way down to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And if you can see behind my beautiful helmet here, not only did the Lions beat the Cowboys 47-9, one of the better defensive ends for Detroit had himself a little accident during a play. As you can see, he's making a sack on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, and his own man ran into him. And if you can look at the bottom of the picture there, the shins broke his fibia and tibia. So he's going to be out for about a year at least. So that sucks for him, man. That really sucks, and that is so gross. That's such a bad break.
Let me see if I can share it real quick. Hang on. Let me.
By all means.
All right. Can you see me working this right here?
I can see you frozen right there, but yeah.
So I'm frozen. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me get this up here if I can.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
The man behind the curtain. I am the great and powerful Oz. Okay, it's processing. Processing. Okay. So here we go.
Oh,
there
boy.
he is. And
beautiful sack, and then watch that leg come around and
gives his other leg. Gave it a hug.
Yeah.
You know what? I knew that it was going to be one of those that it was going to be.
Man, it
scary,
is, and
but
it's so wild too.
It went liquid. It turned into liquid.
It obliterated. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he's moving at a pretty hefty speed. Obviously, this is slowed down a little bit, but and so is this other guy. But I mean, I imagine he's like dead legging it basically and just swinging his leg around, and his man just runs into it. That's all he does. It's such a freak accident.
I'm glad I finished feeding the cats.
It's giving a hug. It looks like he's hugging his leg with his leg.
Worst hug.
Oh, I mean,
it's a tentacle.
It goes. Oh!
It just wraps right around it.
Oh, I need it. My husband enjoys those kinds of videos.
Yeah.
I need to show him that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like slap bracelet vibes.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
That works so well.
Yeah,
what do you think there in the chat? Were you giving a? Oh, look at this. We're protecting Kitty now, and just hiding.
Yes.
The gore and the gruesomeness.
Yes.
Now, if I
mean, it is.
Oh, come on!
I mean, that is just insane.
No, that's not real. It just doesn't look real.
I know it
AR over that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
No, I was just gonna say it's such like a 1 in a million thing to happen. That play probably that probably happens like, I would say, whatever amount of times a week where guys are running into each other. But that is just, man.
Yeah.
And they're having such a good season too. The Lions, they're 4-1 on the season after they just beat the Cowboys last week. So like they're having a really good season, and he's a big part of the defense and the reason why they're having such a good season. And yeah, so that sucks for him. He'll be chilling because it was a broken fibia and tibia. So, ouchie, wouchie. Oh god! But to finish it for last week. Oh no, go ahead, Rosales. I'm sorry.
No. It's just Bri wanted to know, was that a bone? Yes, it was a bone.
Gone.
Oh yeah, a couple of them. It sounds like
it started off being a bone, and
liquid.
It wound up not being a bone.
Yeah,
he threw him a bone.
It was a friendship bracelet. It was so bad.
Face.
Yeah, as Gray said, a slap.
I love that Gray.
Gross. But yeah, to finish last week, the Bengals, they beat the Giants 17-7. So that was a boring game anyways. Nobody cares about the Giants. They're just bombing. But the most important game of last week, which was the Monday Night Football game, which was my Buffalo Bills taking on Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. And fortunately for me, we squeaked out a win 23-20. And Aaron went home sad. So sad, in fact, that they had to go and pick up a new wide receiver because apparently that's the missing link here. as the Jets seem to be just like withering away this season. Like 5 games in, fired their head coach in classy fashion by waiting for him to show up and then escorting him out immediately by security. And now Aaron Rodgers is having his way and having the Jets spend millions of dollars to pick up Devontae Adams from the Raiders. But moving on to this week, Thursday game this week that we just had was the Broncos against the Saints. Broncos went over the Saints 33-10. Saints losing 2 games in a row, not too good. They moved to 2-5. Broncos are 4-3 on the season. Good for them. Like I said, there's a game happening right now over in the UK. We have the New England Patriots against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That game's currently in the second quarter. Got about 12 minutes left. Who's got the ball? Looks like Jacksonville has the ball here. So they're probably going nowhere. The rest of the games for this week, the afternoon games, 1 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, Best Coast. It's the Lions against the Vikings. We got the Tennessee Titans traveling to my city of Buffalo to take on my Buffalo Bills. The Miami Dolphins, still without a quarterback or a hope to do anything this season. They're going to go down to Indianapolis and see what they can do. You got the Seahawks and the Falcons. We got Texans taking on the Packers. The battle for Ohio. We have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the doo-doo Cleveland Browns. We got the Eagles coming into New Jersey to take on the Giants. 4 o'clock games, we got the Raiders over playing with the Rams. We got Panthers and Indians or Commanders or Redskins or whatever kind of racial epithet you want to call those people in Washington. We have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are going to take on the Steelers, so that'll be a sleepy time game. And then tomorrow night we have 2 games on Monday. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you watch Monday Night Football, prepare to be up till like 2 in the morning. We have the Baltimore Ravens going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which should be a good game. And then we have the Chargers against the Cardinals. And that is a look at sports this week. But like I said, if you like baseball, pay attention to the game that's on tonight to see if the Dodgers can close it out against the Mets and take on the Yankees in the World Series. Yes, we're all Bills fans here. Everybody loves the Bills.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills, dollar bills,
Yes.
duck-billed
And
platypus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I got to get rid of that, don't I? Like that.
Yeah, you could get rid of it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, bye Buffalo.
Got to wait for the sacks to come back around for Kitty.
It's so good. Actually, no,
Yes.
I'm enjoying that shredding. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yes.
I'm not looking.
Hey, look,
Yay!
once again, as he comes around and just, yep,
Boom. Hidden
are
by
friends to
grade,
the end.
but it just
man. And I mean, those are both 2 big boys, so like, it's just so crazy.
yes.
For that to happen, what the forces that are going on there?
That's what I mean. They're moving. I mean, the other guy was, he was. I think he got pushed a little too, but just for one leg to meet another leg, and for one leg
And to go.
just Paul Walker itself right around the other guy's leg is just insane.
Yeah. Too bad it didn't burst into flames.
Exactly. R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Yeah, thanks.
So let's go back maybe to the wheel.
Yeah, now that looks more like a normal wheel. Look at that.
It's more of a normal wheel this time around.
Not skewed in my favor anymore.
Gray, you got anything more to add on sports?
Woo. Go teams.
That's right.
Gray's not a big fan of the sports ball, but yes, I cheer on anybody who's having a good time. So there we go. Let's see what we got here. We've got some fun stuff on the wheel. There was a Comic-Con in New York, so we got some Creature Commando news and a subdate.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I learned
And a
about the
trailer, I believe, as well.
Yeah. The Absolute Batman I learned some more about, so, it's kind of interesting how that happens, So let's see what we got going on here, fellas.
Come on, white supremacist dog. Oh.
Absolute Batman. And, you know, DC tends to, from time to time, reinvent everything. And they've done so here, deconstructing the Batman mythos so that they can recreate it again in their own image. I think that's how they do these things.
But why that font?
Boom. So here we are with Absolute Batman, and we've got an article on our website, the rosalescomics.com/Sunday. And, you know, we went to Screen Rant because they've always got all the information, and grabbed some stuff from them. They've got a complete list of 10 things you need to know about the Absolute Batman.
Ooh.
In this case, Absolute Batman was inspired by a younger generation. Snyder looked at young people, including his own children, to guide Absolute Batman's motivation. So we're
Zack Snyder, but I thought he ran out of children.
No, it's Scott Snyder,
Oh, okay.
and he can pick up more where he bought that one. As you can see here, thick is how he describes the younger Bruce Wayne with
Never
flesh
saw
tone,
Bruce as a
I
ginger, but maybe that's
Yeah.
think. Bit on
Maybe
the
it's the
orange
lighting.
side. I think maybe his hair is his motivation, you know, for being angry. So yeah, he looked to the younger generation, changing things up, making sure that this is not yo daddy's and yo grandfather's Batman.
Is that a dog next to
you
him?
can-
He's got a
yes.
dog too?
yes, that's
Yeah.
a Frenchie for some reason.
Okay.
Yes. I guess
Bat
it would
ear
be
Frenchie. See? Get it? Bat ears.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So
Young people like to wear reading glasses. What
Yes.
about this is more appealing to young people, especially that like kind of lower bottom left picture? He has
He's
a
smart.
big forearm.
He looks smart with the glasses. There you go.
Yeah. Actually, he's got a
Ooh.
fucking Popeye forearm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's you know, that's perspective. That's
Perspective.
what that is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
Using the Attitude Era WWE camera.
I mean, the drawings don't look too bad. Like aside from him being a ginger for some reason and having a little Frenchie dog by him for what does it say over the Frenchie? I can't
Bat
This
ear
is bat
Frenchie.
ear.
Bat ear Frenchie.
a bat ear Frenchie. Okay.
And he's 6'6", 250 pounds, and a city engineer.
Why isn't he like Frenchie Man instead of Batman then?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. We're getting some more
The
information.
blue. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
that makes so much more sense. The kids dig that. Okay.
So yeah,
He's-
it's all
he's
about
got
what the kids
neck.
think. And it's always a good idea to reinvent yourself and try to, you know, and you learn this from those vampire movies and books that
Mhm.
every few years you got to reinvent yourself and connect with the younger generation as vampires do.
Yeah, it's part of being immortal, I suppose.
I
Okay.
guess. Isn't this though like trying to reinvent the wheel though?
just let him be.
In a sense?
In a sense, it is. Absolute Batman grew up in Crime Alley, not a mansion. Now, this is a bigger change.
Okay.
Batman's Bruce didn't grow up in the safety of Wayne Manor.
All right.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Lucifer.
Morning.
Is it because of his hair color that he didn't end up being?
Gingers aren't rich, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, gingers aren't allowed in the manor.
They're outcasts. They're not allowed in the manor.
So you've got the Waynes not being the influential rich Waynes. They're just some what is it that they did in the Star Wars stuff? They were junk traders, nothing more. Your parents
No.
were nobody. I think
So
that's,
he grows up poor.
yes, grows up poor. Bad. Okay.
Are we going for the inversion of Batman here, where he grows up poor and then only beats up rich criminals instead of poor criminals as a rich man?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
what we're?
Let's see how far the subversion goes.
So
yeah.
he doesn't lose both of his parents. He only loses his father. So this
Oh.
version
Well,
of
Martha's still around?
Yes.
Martha's a single mom. That makes
Why did
sense.
you say that name?
It's because Gray said it.
That's hilarious. That's a callback to Zack Snyder and his like. Your mother's name is Martha. Are we best
Now
friends?
we're friends.
Nope. So Bruce doesn't lose both of his parents, just one, and yet he still has the same moral codes and still becomes bad.
Okay.
Maybe having a mother would change it.
Okay, your audio just went weird underwater.
Yeah, when you're typing like that, you can't talk apparently.
No, I'm typing. Did
Oh,
I
you're
make
typing.
the audio? So what? I have power over Rosales' audio. That's interesting.
Yes. Well, he gets a job, Bry, apparently, as a city engineer.
Is that how he makes his $1 billion to become
No, he doesn't
Batman?
have $1 billion.
I mean,
Yeah.
government contracts are pretty
Yeah.
lucrative.
That's what I mean. Is he like a really good city engineer? That's what I'm saying. Is he, dude's making like 6-7 figures a year as a city engineer?
I don't know,
Plus,
but
working for the city,
found
how
it
do you have time to be
underground.
Batman?
He was excavating or something, and then he just found it underground. Just whoops, there it is.
so not losing only his dad and not his mom apparently lets Dick Grayson be a dick.
That's awesome.
Okay.
He just throws it right in his face. You didn't lose everybody. So, and apparently he's a engineer first and foremost instead of being a detective. He's an
Okay.
engineer, and he makes all of this really groovy stuff. So that's your
Yeah.
change in that. And guess what? These guys were all his pals growing up.
No.
Crime Alley, he was
Jesus.
surrounded by his rogues,
What?
rogues gallery.
I mean, well, okay, sure, yeah. Because they're poor too, but they turned to a life of crime where he saw crime and decided to fight against it as a poor
Yes.
person.
By engineering.
By engineering, yes. By way of
And-
engineering. Amazing.
Instead of being trained by the masters all around the world, he was trained by his villains.
So why
And
isn't he
still
going
comes
around
out
just
with
shooting
moral-
everybody? Yeah,
Yeah.
like absolutely. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
That makes zero sense. I'm going to get all my training skills from the worst people in the world, but I'm not going to adopt any of their philosophies.
For some reason.
And now he is finally a man of the people. So it seems to me that they've taken all of the criticisms about him being a rich man, trying to enforce his view on the poor people of Gotham City, and have turned around and made this just big thing, saying, okay, well, now he's one of them, and so it's okay for him to be Batman.
Does he apologize to criminals that just so happen to be people of color after he beats the shit out of them? Is this white guilt takeover?
I think he just avoids using chokeholds.
Oh, knees.
But very nice.
Right.
Just-
You know what? Some people will like it. Maybe they'll like it. It's a story. Whatever.
I
Whatever
think
you
that's
like.
what they want. They want the young people to love it. They want to bring the young people back to comic books, and so that they can sell them highly engineered toys.
Well, then they should have made him a TikToker.
Have you guys? Did you ever read the Gotham High one?
No.
I tried. Could not get into it.
I watched Jay Longbone read it. She did the voiceovers and things for it. Yeah, that's also part of you can look in that one. Bruce is still very rich, but he's friends with all the villains and everything because they go to Gotham High. Very entertaining for the wrong reasons.
Maybe
like
this is the second iteration of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
because they did try and make it quite young people focused. Like he has parties and whatever, and then there's notifications on phones and things like that. So maybe that didn't work. So they're going with thick Batman.
His life experiences dictates exactly who he's going to be, which is why, he is what he is. You take away those life experiences and change him with something else, it doesn't wind up in the exact same place.
Yes.
Imagine There's always at least one traumatic event in your childhood that influences who you are and your point of view in life, and I think that's what Batman illustrates highly in a very dramatic way.
Mhm.
If you would become an advocate for child safety if you witness some lack of child safety in your childhood. You would be more against religion if you watch some religious persecution. Not the religion being persecuted, but
Mm.
religious people persecuting other people. As we know that can happen. So these things you probably wouldn't do if you didn't have that experience in your life. So crime being the thing that changed Bruce's life, little Bruce's life, little
Hmm.
Brucey, little Brucey as we like to call him,
Little
little
poor
Bruce Wayne.
Brucey.
Poor
He's a
Brucey,
loser.
poor Brucey doesn't have the riches anymore. Poor Brucey.
No, I mean these are like fundamental core character changes that are kind of I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd have to read it, but like just on the surface level of it, it doesn't really seem to work that well for the character. I don't get what the purpose is serving, other than to, like you said, just answer for any sort of criticism the character has online in any way.
Yeah, I think it would put Bruce in a different way.
So
It wouldn't be Batman. He would be something else.
And will they like that something else? Like, do you still want what's your Batman going to look like? And is that what could look like? As in, what's he going to be? What are his principles supposed to be? If they're going to try and keep him the same, that's not, like we've said, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, I would assume there's a story reason for why he, trains with these villains, and I would imagine they sort of rip off like the, League of Shadows, Batman Begins type deal, where he trains with these people, thinks they're great, and then all of a sudden now it's okay, Bruce, time for you to get into our gang here, kill this guy, and then oh no, I can't do that. Shoot him with the gun, and he's gonna be like, oh, I'll never touch a gun. Bullshit. My dad died.
Why?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I saw my dad die, and my mom didn't. And now I'm here. I grew up in Crime Alley. So, like, what do they? No, that makes me wonder, like, how much of that, like, so if they're poor and they grew up in Crime Alley, they're obviously not going to a fucking opera and just walking out the wrong door like assholes.
They're begging
No.
in front of the opera.
Yeah, like, is that the deal? Or I wonder if that's like, is that a twist? Are they going to get shot by a rich person?
What
Are they walking
his
down the?
mom? What kind of a parent is she that he still becomes Batman? Like if she wasn't there, you would think that the influence of having a mother would change his outlook on life,
Ooh, what are they
clinging
going
to
to do to
her.
her?
Sure, but then I would assume like her character is just going to be absolutely, just destroyed in some way. Too much emotional damage. She ends up turning to drugs or something. Which influences him, and he sees the effect it has. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like they're like leaning towards, is like this super sympathetic, like is it man of the people. I mean, this just sound like, honestly, to me, this just sounds like an entire run for Twitter to appease Twitter and those people.
You also throw in the fact that she basically becomes his Aunt May. Aunt May was the single parent, and
Yeah.
Spider-Man that had it. The Spider-Man thing aspect is that was thrown upon him.
Yes.
It was, things that happened on the outside gave him the powers to do the things that he did. And his first choice was to try to earn money.
Yeah.
He and that's you would think that's what Bruce would want to do, is take care of his mother in her old age. She's not getting any younger. If you're looking at a 20-something Bruce Wayne, who's been an engineer and delivered Uber Eats, with multiple jobs, that would be his top priority, is to take care of his mother, not to go out and spend all his money on a homemade tank he's got no place to keep. It's
I mean, no, I know it didn't say anything there, but I'm wondering if there will be an Alfred character, or if his mother will play like a dual role of that.
there is an Alfred's character, and he works with
He's a neighbor.
MI6, and he's sent to kill the Batman.
Oh,
Okay.
So no more buttling?
No more Buttle.
yeah, no, we're about. He's just a straight MI6 fucking James Bond motherfucker coming to get people.
Yes.
Coming to get the Batman. All right. I mean, like, these things sort of sound interesting, but like I just don't know if it has the same impact as the original origin story for the character of why he's doing what he's doing, which motivates him so much, which makes him basically, basically a lunatic, basically in his own right, like a morally good lunatic
Mhm.
who's so driven, and the mission comes before all, and that type of like I don't know if like I can get like the same drive from this type of retelling, but
It's not for us. It's not
I
for
mean,
your age group.
I guess, yeah. I just don't know if this is really gonna play. But hey,
Let's see how it
what
goes.
do I know?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, if you've read Batman, the Absolute Batman, you started reading it, and I think there are a few issues in. Let us know in the comments below or to the side, depending on where
Yeah,
you're at.
I would like to know.
We have made our dramatic return to X, Twitter, if you will.
Yeah, Elon, what's up, buddy?
So we're there now, and so you can comment on us as well. We used to be here, and then we left for a little while. Now we're back,
We're back.
and yeah. So X, let us know what you think. We're at the Rumble as well.
Ooh, my
I
favorite.
see the Rumble stuff, but usually we get a comment from Rumble about how we can expand our reach and do some
Yes.
marketing stuff.
They're very helpful over
Cheap.
there.
Oh, so if you had Twitch, you'd have cheap viewers.
Yes.
Yes. We were on the Twitch for a little while, but nobody's watching. Nobody was watching on there, so we switched it up. So yeah, it's good to be back. Let us know what you thought about the Absolute Batman as we cover comic books in a different format.
Yeah, especially that new bat symbol on his chest. Just a
yes.
goddamn fucking brick.
It doubles as an axe blade.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, he's got a bat axe.
Oh, wait.
Bat axe.
A bat axe. He's bad axe.
And there's a bat axe.
Okay, I didn't take notes of what that looks like, and no.
Yeah, it's strange.
No.
Yeah, so
I don't
Bat
mind you having
anvil.
some-
Bat,
Yeah,
bat
yeah.
meat tenderizer. Like,
I mean, he's an engineer, so why wouldn't it turn into an axe?
yes.
the one at
good
the bottom there.
Good morning.
Finally a man. Sorry.
What's that? Go ahead, please.
Finally a man. The picture that you've got with finally a man of the people. That over there looks like a meat mallet.
Yes.
It doesn't.
He's a man of the people.
Yes,
Yes.
the hungry people.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now I think I think you've got it right on the head there, Buffalo Bob. You have no excuses not to follow Batman anymore, is what it is.
I guess.
He's still the exact same Batman he was before. However, he got there a different way, and all of the reasons you chose to hate him are no longer there. We even made him a ginger. So there you
He's
go.
just taking the Kamala Harris route. I grew up a poor middle class person, just like all of you.
Good morning, Pops.
What's happening? What's happening?
Good morning, Pops.
We were just following up, finishing up on the Absolute Batman. Have you had a chance to take a look at that?
Is that the new animated thing?
No,
Or what?
it's a comic book.
No, I have not. I'm kind of an indie guy. They kind of pushed me away as far as the print medium goes, but it's just more Batman. That's what.
But this time he's thick and ginger, so
Yeah.
it's a little different.
And he has no money. He's got no money.
And he's got a dog.
Poor dog.
The bat dog has bat ears. And
Yeah, he's got a
Okay,
Frenchie.
I hope that laugh it conveyed my complete.
that's my
Holy
reaction.
crap.
Thanks.
You don't
makes
sound
me
like you
wanna
have much
eat-
faith.
chicken and donuts.
Are
No.
you a grandpa yet, Pops?
Oh, I'm a 4-time grandpa.
Four-time grandpa,
They're all
okay.
kids. They're not
Oh.
munchkins anymore.
So I believe this Batman is for them, and this is not your grandfather's Batman. And
Yeah.
you being the grandfather, we expect that now, because they're reaching out for the younger kids. They are desperate to get back to where they were in the 80s and 90s when comic books were selling like hotcakes. they're not selling hotcakes anymore either. So
I mean, do you think this is the way though? Like, is this the majority of young comic readers? Is this what they all care about, or is this a small section? Beautiful cookie, by the way.
Same.
Is this a small section that
Yep.
are
let
just
me show
that
you.
they're trying to appease?
Yep.
I don't know how small the section is. Yes, look at these. My son made these
Wow, they look
Oh.
like you drew the perfect
cookie.
Yeah.
cookie, and then they just
Yes, my son made these, and
They look
Nice.
delicious.
here's the best part about this. This is from my oldest son. He made these chocolate chip cookies because my youngest son requested some chocolate chip cookies, and so
Okay.
he went and made his little brother these
Aw.
delicious cookies,
Hmm.
and that made me so proud as a dad to know that I don't have to make cookies anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is your wife was a terrible baker.
Absolutely.
You guys like chicken and waffles? You guys
I've
like
never,
chicken and
I've
waffles?
never had it at the same time, to be honest. Never had
Yeah.
a
How
chicken.
could you never
I
have that
like
at the same
chicken.
time? It's
I
great.
like waffles. I've never had. I guess I'm not American that way.
I like the two, and I had some nice fresh cooked up chicken breast that I sliced up real good, and I went in the freezer and there's no fucking waffles, and I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So my daughter-in-law had come home with a box of donuts,
Chicken
and there was
donuts?
some raised glazed donuts in there. So I am trying
What?
chicken with raised glazed donuts right now.
And
That is
It's
some
pretty
pothead
freaking
shit
good.
right there.
yeah, I would expect it to be. If you like waffles, then
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's donuts though.
yeah,
It's
with donuts,
raised glazed
not that
donuts.
far.
A
Oh, it's
raised
good.
glazed donut.
hmm
I might not be able to talk for a few minutes. I'm just saying.
I don't think I've ever had chicken and waffles outside of the hours of 2 and 6 a.m.
But you
Yeah,
have
that's when
had
it's
that.
best.
I
Yes,
mean, like,
but between 2 and 6 a.m., if I'm eating something like chicken and waffles, there's no guarantee I'm going to remember what they taste like. Because
Yeah, it's drunk food. I know. It's drunk. It's like a Jack in the Box taco.
I don't like sweet stuff with my drunk food. My drunk food's got to be savory.
mm,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
Kitty's after a curry at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Jesus.
a kebab.
I'm gonna say
Something.
Kitty don't get
Kebab?
as drunk as the rest of us because when you're drunk, you don't care as long as you get something in there to soak the alcohol.
Oh, sure. I don't like. I've never had it because I don't know if there's. I don't think we have like any like Waffle Houses or anything like that that would actually serve them.
I've never
We
had
may
it at a
have.
Waffle House. That's why I have a
No?
kitchen.
I'm only assuming that they're there at a Waffle House.
Yeah, they are, but that's why I have a kitchen. I don't have to.
No,
I don't have
sure.
to limit
Yeah,
myself
like-
to what I can get when I go somewhere. You know,
Well, sure. But I guess if I was gonna try chicken and waffles, I'd want somebody else to make it for me first, so I could get it. But I don't know. Being in the Northeast, I don't know. I think that's more like I'd rather like eat that down south, to be honest.
I'm more curious as to what Gray was eating about 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago. Nothing. Just more coffee.
I just want coffee right now.
I have that too. Yes.
I had a cup this
Like,
morning.
when we speak
I
to Gray,
mean-
I just think of coffee.
Yeah, it's kind of required. It's the only thing keeping me going at this point. But I'm not opposed to chicken and waffles. I wish I had those. Don't have any of that.
I'm thinking chicken and donuts is better than chicken and waffles.
It's kinda
I
like
don't
having
know
a bite.
though, man. I can't see the hot sauce working with the
Oh yeah, you got it.
the glazed donut where somehow it works with the waffle and the syrup. I don't know.
Does it? It does. Hot sauce, waffles, and
Oh, it
syrup
does.
works.
I mean, it's not required, but I like the spice.
Well, I mean,
Hot dog
yeah.
with the acquired taste in this meal.
Well, you got to remember, there are things such as jalapeno jellies out there. So the sweetness and the hot
Yeah, sweet
has
hot,
been
good.
proven to work together. And you get kind of the two opposites together, and they really combine to make something absolutely fantastic. I assume.
And the hot
Thanks,
sauce of the
guys.
day is Pace Habanero,
Ooh.
which is really hot, but it's pace. It has flavor. It's got the pace flavor, but it's got some heat to it. Pretty good.
Speaking of pace, we should pick up the pace and spin the wheel and see what we're
What
talking
a
about.
segue.
I see what you did there.
That was beautiful.
That's what.
Come on,
You
promo
already
two.
do
You don't
the
get the segues
Deadpool and
between these.
Wolverine. You did, huh?
The Commando creatures.
Damn it.
Creature Commandos. They got a little bit of a debut in New York City. New York
did.
City.
Yeah,
Get a rope.
New York City.
just like that. Wait, no, Pace is not from New York City. My bad.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I was thinking of the Pace commercial, because it's always some asshole with some different salsa. And they're like, what kind of salsa you got there, boy? And I got this New York. New York City.
The following portion of the segment is meant for the live audience only. We are going
Hell
to
yeah.
Okay, I'll
do this
just
as
keep
best
it.
we can. And what? Wait, hold on a second. Let me do this. I'm trying to make it as big as possible.
Look at that. Yeah.
Go.
Some sidebars in there.
And
Nice.
what's going to happen here is we're going to play this trailer, which may or may not later on be flagged. Okay.
Yes. So you better watch it now if you haven't seen it yet.
So let me see if I can do this real quick. Where is it? I don't have it.
I'm going to give it the Cartman rating. Just on film.
Well, I gotta be honest, I wasn't super excited till I saw this trailer. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
excited
trailer
to
is
see it again.
well, we'll see. Yeah.
So we're going to see the trailer. If this disappears in the playback, it's because it got flagged and I had to trim it out. So you may have to dig this up on your own if you're not watching it with us live. If you are watching with us live, we're fixing to watch this, and hopefully it falls within the fair use categories, including commentary and criticisms, parody and satire, and news reporting and education.
Because we're going to criticize.
And by showing this video. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
I'll praise it if you don't take it down. Thank you, Warner Brothers. You're the best.
Oh, I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, no sound, so they probably won't take it down.
Oh, well, there's half the problem.
There's no sound? Really?
Nope. Got to start it over. Yep. Try again.
We could make the sounds for it.
Yeah, right now she's going, oh.
Put on the closed captions, yeah.
Closed caption. We'll do the closed captions. There we go.
Yes.
And we'll
This is
start
for our deaf audience that's watching right now.
this is for our blind audience. So there's
Ooh.
some old-timey music, some violence happening.
Rick Flag Sr. and Amanda Waller.
Yes, she's introducing him to the Suicide Squad. That's not the Suicide Squad.
Oof. That's
Because
bloody.
they were told not
The
to use
B
the
team.
Suicide Squad. I can hear it, so I'm going to mute it real quick so I can be like you guys.
It's the Still Alive crew. It's Still Alive squad. Not the
Yeah.
The Wanna Live squad.
Costumes.
So they're introducing all of the
The
characters.
Chupacabra.
Yes. And then they change a little bit of the backgrounds to these people. That lady right there, she was a product of her own science. And here she's born that way. GI Robot, there was more than one of them, which is why he's got a number 2 on his head. The Frankenstein chick, the bride, she wound up having 4 arms in the comic books and not 2 here. And her and Frankenstein made a baby together. I mean, literally, they actually made it out of spare parts. They didn't mate.
Makes sense.
Does it grow?
Yes, it
Or
grows.
do they have to upgrade it?
They had to kill it in the comic book. Spoiler alert. So there's lots of gore here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like that. And the animation looks really good.
Yeah, very
It
tight.
does.
Now, one of the things, if you remember early on, what he was saying was that these actors will be playing the live action versions of these characters when they show up.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Whoever lives and whoever makes it through this, I would assume. Yeah,
Except
look
for-
at all them names.
And they've got some
Possibly GI
awesome
Robot.
names. Like Alan Tudyk, I believe, is GI Robot. I'm like, hell yeah.
Well, let's take a look.
What's the full origin story of the Chupacabra guy?
Oh, no, excuse me. I guess it's
that's Weasel.
Sean Gunn as GI Robot.
Yeah, Sean Gunn.
Oh, Alan Tudyk's
Dr.
Dr. Phosphorus. Nice.
Yes.
I like Alan. He's cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, Frank
Spoiler
Grillo is
alert.
always nice.
G.I. Robot is only in one episode.
So far. I mean, same with
Oopsie.
Amanda Waller.
And let's see. Can you see my?
He's the first suicide in the squad.
We can see that. Yes.
We can see her cursor.
Baklava.
Ooh,
Yes.
baklava is great.
This nutty, sweet
I'm
baklava.
very hungry right now.
She's playing the princess that got kidnapped in the very beginning. As you can see here, David Harbour plays Frankenstein, the monster part of it. And so
Eric Frankenstein.
Eric Frankenstein. So he can, I can see him donning the
I
makeup.
can see him as a Frankenstein.
Absolutely.
I just like him as an actor, so whatever.
Alan Tudyk, even in the live action, will wind up only be doing the voice because,
Phosphorus.
Sure.
Dr.
Which is
Phosphorus
fine.
will be done differently. The Bride of Frankenstein there. She does not have forearms, so I think that was probably a concession to what would happen with her.
They couldn't find anybody with 4 arms to play the part.
Yes.
Yes.
No 4-armed actors around right now.
Come on,
And-
guys, get it together.
Zoe
Wasn't
Chow.
Sean Gunn playing Weasel before? Is he playing Weasel and G.I. Robot?
Yes. Nepotism is alive and well in Hollywood.
Nice.
Aw, I was
I
going to
gotta be
say, I'm
honest,
decided that that's my favorite character.
Well, he gets some real good screen time in this one, it looks like. I got to be honest, I'm excited for it. I like
Yeah, I'm digging this.
when James Gunn kind of does that weird tone. Like he kind of did it with Slither. He kind of did it with Super. I think this is going to be awesome. I have no idea about the tone of Superman, but this one I think is right up his alley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think this is going to be good. I think people don't want to enjoy it. Some people out there, they want it to not be successful.
Well, sure.
They were expecting the turnout to be rather poor at the New York Comic Con, but there were lines outside the door. She's back with coffee.
I got my coffee in.
So I think it's going to be more successful than people originally expected.
Yeah, it looks good, and the action and violence looks good. I mean, looks like it's going to be a good time and a fun show to watch. And I'm excited to see, not knowing what happens, but I'm excited to see these characters pop into live action because now we have them. They are cast, and that is solid for however many movies they got them for, film or TV or animation like this or video game, whatever. But it's good to I don't know. It's such a good idea that they're doing. James Gunn taking his time, getting these people cast, making sure he's picking decent people, and so far it looks so good. Just off this little bit of animation here.
And
digging it.
what do you think, Pops?
I don't know, because it's like they're trying. Sometimes I think they're just trying too hard, and they just need to put something out there that people are gonna like. Bring them in, add these other weird characters to those stories. Bring them in. If people like them, then build something around them. I don't know, man. I lost whatever Marvel and DC are trying to do a long time ago. I haven't been able to figure it out for like 10 years now. I'll wait and see. I mean, I might look at it. To see, but it's not something that's like on my list of things I need to watch.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I think probably you've got competing ideas on what the audience out there wants to see. Now, when you have comic book movies, oh my goodness, that is a terrible pose.
I guess it just depends on the target audience. Who is their target audience? Because I don't think it's me.
I think it might be me. I'm over the Cape shit for right now. I feel like I've just seen way too much of it, but there's so much more that's left unexplored, like the whole magic side, the whole creature side. I dig that, man. I'm not bored of this, so I guess potentially me is who they're looking for.
This is essentially the first world building. Sorry, Rosales, didn't mean to cut you off. But this is essentially the first real world building for the DCU here, essentially. with these characters, and knowing that we're going to get all these fantastical characters is very exciting for the future, because it means we're actually leaning into the comic book side of things and the fantastical side and the magic and all that stuff, more so than let's break down the characters and deconstruct them and ground it in reality, and why is this guy doing this for this reason, and blah 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 blah. But
Okay,
I'm digging it so far. I mean,
I'm getting this a little different from where I'm at. You said that DC is doing some world building. DC needs to fix the world they built.
no, they don't.
And all I can hear is that song. Yeah.
Yes. For the movie, this is a
I mean,
brand
are
new
they
universe,
building
really.
a new universe completely? It's all going to be different. Now we're going to have two DC
No,
realities or what?
How do we have two? We only have one.
I'll wrap up here. I don't have Kitty's song, so I put that one on.
That's fine. Sexy sex is always welcome.
So, you've got the
What do we got?
you've got
Sushi
Batman. Oh, look at the. Oh, well, let's do this.
hand roll,
Sushi and roll.
salmon. Whatever these are, California thingy majiggies.
California rolls?
All salmon, yeah. So there we go, and we get our little wasabi.
Wasabi.
Yeah, that is just a little
And-
wasabi. Huh?
Pickled ginger. Favorite things.
Nice.
Yeah. Very messy thing I shouldn't be eating near my keyboard, but I'm hungry.
What
What's
about
your fancy packaging compared to what like our to-go sushi comes in?
Now this is Dubai. It has to be very fancy, otherwise it just doesn't count as food somehow.
it? You know what? That packaging makes it look very shelf stable.
Oh no, that's
And
not
that
how
scares
it
me more than anything.
goes. No,
It looks like it'll be good.
it's fresh, okay? And look, it has a little. It's all very.
Very
So you
nice.
see, yeah. Anyway, continue as you were. I need to actually give my husband the other one.
Okay, well, you go ahead, and we'll stare at your chair.
Well, I need to find a place for this now. Oopsie. Also, it comes with your soy sauce like that.
Just
Oh,
snap
that's
your
fancy.
fingers. He'll come get it.
Yep. Yeah, he will come get. No, I don't. But then he'll be in his underwear, and
Oh,
this is not the after dark show. So
we know that Batman is going to have his own movie, and he's going to be an older Bruce Wayne with a son, which he'd already sired. Which brings us back to James Gunn establishing a history in the cinematic universe. However, you also have Absolute Batman coming out and establishing a younger Bruce, a ginger Bruce, a buff Bruce, a French poodle Bruce, if you will. That is totally not what James Gunn is building. So we've got the same thing. We've got two things happening at the same time that are counterintuitive to each other, because the comic book movies are based on the comic books. We know that because of the with Supergirl, and what they're doing is the comic books are rewriting the history that the movies will eventually be based on. So, is there going to be some sort of issue, you think, between the comic book people saying, no, we want to go one direction, and James Gunn and his cinematic universe saying, but yeah, we want to go in this direction?
That depends on how loud the gingers are going to continue to be. I'm proud of them for getting a character back or getting a new character. I'm proud of them. Keep screaming, people. Keep screaming. The loudest voice. You know what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't think so. I would think people. I mean, I don't know. It seems like two separate entities to me. It's not like one isn't rubbing off on each other at the moment. Like, yes, there's the comic book movies are coming from storylines in the comics, but I don't think they need to be like working
They should
parallel to each other.
No,
because it's two separate worlds. Oh boy, I think we lost a roll.
no, we spilled soy sauce right.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know if it's made it down to the chair, but so far,
Well, luckily it wasn't
I
on
had-
your keyboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, the keyboard's out of the way, but you got me at the right time.
Soy sauce and keyboards don't mix.
Mm-mm.
Special. Although you got one of them special keyboards, you know.
It doesn't require soy sauce. I don't think it's a prerequisite. It's probably ill-advised. But yes, we've now got it on my desk pad thing now. There is now soy sauce on there.
For Hera.
We did not know about that, Lucifer. No, we this is the first time I'm hearing about a brand new.
Yay! I did know, and
Yes.
I've just wondered what name you settled on, and I'm so happy it's the one that I wanted, which was Hera.
He told us about his puppy last week or week before when I was here.
But he didn't say what name.
Nope, he did not have a name yet. I don't
Well,
think.
this is the first time I'm hearing about it a second time. How about that? You know, as we get old, not only do we repeat stories, we forget those stories that people tell us. So they have to
We
repeat.
forget we repeated the story.
You know, I hear we do that as we get older.
I've heard that maybe once or twice, I think.
I see a lot of people that repeat stories over and over again. Don't realize they're doing it. It happens all the time.
It's an awesome name, and her colors are so beautiful. Never seen a chocolatey Doberman before.
Ooh.
Yes,
What are they called? They are.
Yes.
Hera is the queen of the gods. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
Yes. So there we go. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Much better dog than young Bruce, inner city.
Yes.
Yeah. Goddamn
I would
Frenchie
agree.
with bad ears.
Mm-hmm.
That's so lame.
So, yeah, I think maybe not anytime soon, but eventually they'll run into issues of not being able to copy the issues for the films. But that's
I thought they weren't very good at that anyway.
Yeah, they're really not. Do you guys remember the Spider-Man movie where they had Hobgoblin and Venom and Sandman all in the same movie?
yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They're different
Great.
games of
Isn't that where that
but they
cringe
smashed
scene comes
together
from?
in
Where,
one story. It was like, what's going on here?
Yep, that is Bully Parker.
Yeah, that was more Sony trying to fit in as many characters as possible.
But it was also Raimi not bending to it because he had worked for like 2 years to get the Sandman effect, so he just would not take Sandman out of it, and they
Yeah.
forced Venom on him. So
And
it's just
see, now Venom or Sandman would have made a great story. Just the Spider-Man movie about him and Sandman. You didn't have to bring all the others. That's what I mean, man. It's like just you don't even have to be exactly as it was written, but at least keep it somewhat legit. Venom wasn't around when Sandman came around, you know.
Yeah.
If he was old in a prison somewhere or whatever. You know what I mean?
And the way Venom came to Earth with J. Jonah Jameson's son and the Gwen Stacy thing, all of that stuff was just kind of crammed in there. He did his best to tie it all in as best he could, but no, it was a bit of a shit show, if you will.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And,
It was crazy.
it took me significantly longer than 14 weeks to be potty trained. Probably. Just-
Speaking of potty trained, Rocky, do you want something from me, boy? Come here.
Ooh.
He just come up and like nudged me on the arm. I think he wants to go outside. I will be right back.
Okay. All right. Well,
You're not going to talk to me, Rock?
we'll go ahead and focus on Kitty here.
Really? You want me to get up and move for you? You want me
Yes.
to-
I'm really enjoying this. This is really good.
So, are you a one bite or several bite person when it comes to sushi?
I think I it depends on the day because I think what have I been doing? Have I been doing one or two? I think I've been doing one today. Been doing one.
Nom, 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 nom.
The bite sized.
I should be using chopsticks with my cookie.
Yeah. Chopsticks
I
are
use
not a
chopsticks
bad
for-
thing at all.
I use those when I'm eating that kind of food.
Oh, look at that.
You ever wonder why you use chopsticks when they give them to you at a Chinese restaurant, but you don't use them any other time?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Disposable, and you don't take them home.
Oh no, they got really nice porcelain ones, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
No, it's like,
Oh yeah.
you only use them when you're eating Asian type food. I don't know why.
Well,
I don't
use
know
them when
about you.
I use them when I have ramen.
Well,
I don't know. I'm
have you ever
civilized.
used
I
them
use
on
a
a
fork.
spare rib?
Yeah. You should use them on Cheetos, as I'm sure Gray will get us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Very
greatest invention for Cheetos ever. It's a hack.
No.
Pot stickers, or what kind of stickers are we talking about?
Stickers.
I mean, Charles has some pretty cool
Sticks.
ones with his head on them.
Oh yeah.
Hey, P and
penguin.
Gwyn.
See, we missed the segment that I could have actually given you some input on.
Was
I
it the
did.
sports segment?
I got here late. I missed the Deadpool Wolverine segment.
No, we haven't. Oh, never mind.
I didn't see it on the wheel.
Oh yeah, that was Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, I missed
I
that.
finally saw it, so I can actually have some input on
Me
it as
too.
well.
I finally saw it. Thank you, whoever pirated and put it on YouTube. That was cool of you. I appreciate it.
I saw it
Let
all
me do this
legit.
real quick.
Well, I mean, they've let me down so many times that I won't spend money to go see a movie anymore. You know, I mean,
Well,
they just,
do you feel like they redeemed themselves this time, or
it
still
was
let you?
funny, but I think like some of the cameos were dumb. You could tell Jennifer Garner wasn't the Elektra of her younger days. Okay, I noticed the fight scenes were pretty far back where you knew somebody else was doing the moving, and it's like they could have left that, you know, some of that dumb shit out. But, you know,
It was okay. It wasn't. It was
was
a fun
funny.
movie, but
I was entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, but it wasn't like, wow, I need to watch this again.
exactly.
Was
I
it
didn't
cinema?
watch it again. It's like-
Was it cinema?
Is I
Well, the Deadpool and Wolverine is out next week on DVD. So once we get to the DVD, we can talk about that.
Sorry.
That's what we're doing. But so yes, it is
Obey
on
the
wheel.
wheel.
It's just not the way you imagined it would be. But it is there, pops. So we'll
Okay,
talk about it when we get there. But did anybody see last week's Penguin episode?
Yeah.
I
Bob
did.
saw it?
Oh, Bob is the expert. Please, Buffalo.
Oh,
I don't even know which streaming service Penguin is on.
The pirated
Max.
one.
Yes, or a
The
pirate.
HB Max.
I don't have that. I
Yeah.
haven't watched that.
But yeah, it was. I thought it was another. The show keeps getting better and better for me. Did you watch it, Rosales? Because I know me and you have been on opposite ends of what we're getting out of the show
I'm
here.
turning. Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was the side adventure episode
Yeah,
because
but I thought it was
it's
really
on
good.
Sophia and her relationship with the family,
Yes.
and they went a little bit into her backstory as to what happened to her, how she discovered the bliss, and how they kind of forced her into being sort of a
man.
reverse Michael Corleone, if you will.
Yeah, they fucked her over big time.
Yeah, and made her into who she wound up being.
Yes.
Was not originally the hangman, as first expressed in the very beginning of the show. She was forced to become the hangman.
Yeah.
And in doing so, she winds up taking control over the family by eliminating it. So
Yes.
she kills everybody but a little girl in the in this episode. And
Spoilers.
that's not spoilers. They should have seen it. There's a
No,
new one coming out.
exactly. I know they should have.
And but let's see. Do I have the spoiler thing? Is this no?
Yeah.
That's not the spoiler thing. That's the absolute Batman. I
Ugh.
forgot to show that. I got to show that while we were doing that. Okay, so
So I got
Yeah.
a question for you, Rosales. So I assume you've seen like The Sopranos, right?
no.
Okay, well then never mind. I was just gonna ask, like, would you also call it a side mission if you're learning more about like the backstory to a character instead of what's going on at this particular moment in time? because to me that just like fleshed out the characters a ton, like especially when you learn
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tony's relationship with like his mother or with Junior or anything like that. But that's kind of what I got out of this episode. So I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's not the Penguin and this thing that's been building, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I
Well,
would call it a side quest. I think it's more fleshing out the characters.
I'm not sure you understand where I'm actually coming from. I do call it a side mission because it does focus on her. She is one of the main characters, and she is part of the dichotomy of the entire thing coming together. However, it is not filler like you would find in
No.
some of the other films. So, in calling it a side mission, I'm not considering it filler. So, it is very, very necessary for you to understand the the story.
Yeah, and she's killing it, by the way. Like she
Yep.
is killing that role,
For
and I
sure.
am so loving that character, more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I'm liking the actress way more
Yeah.
than I thought I would. So much better than How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
Just throwing it out.
Really?
absolutely. Yeah,
Rocky's back.
Yes, yes.
You got something
I'll
to say?
blame that on the dog.
You got something to say, Rock?
and then
Wait,
not
no,
only
wait.
that, but I mean,
Scavenger.
just the whole episode from beginning to end, and like I loved following her and seeing how bad her family fucked her over, because they really did. I mean, not only did they pin her as the hangman, but I mean, just literally destroyed her life and threw her in Arkham, where she was just basically like a social experiment for them. She's getting shock therapy and just all this horrible shit. And I love the way that Arkham is shown that way. That it is there's no hope there. Like if you're there, you're fucked. But man, just what a great episode! So greatly acted, and not only that, but we got a glimpse at, a glimpse at at another DC villain was in this world for 10 minutes, but it was
Yeah.
still cool that she was there. Magpie, for anybody who doesn't know, plays a little bit of a role in this episode.
There is a tradition of taking Magpie, introducing her to the audience, and then doing absolutely nothing with her.
Yeah,
That's how she was initially introduced in the animated series, I believe, a couple of times. And in the live action television version, she's been on at least once more. And I think there was a 3D version of her in one of the animated series. So, yeah, she comes in, she does absolutely nothing, she goes away. In this case, she was the inspiration for the violence that was soon to come later on in the programming.
yeah.
So she did serve a purpose this time, which is awesome. However, Magpie is one of those throwaway characters that they like to bring up and throw away.
Yes, but it was nice just to see her be included, though. To be honest, I was fine with that. I was fine the way she was used
Happy
in
to be
the
here.
episode. Yeah, she just happened to be there, and like she was absolutely just fucked in the head, and just an absolute crazy bitch. And her like just kind of egging Sophie along the whole episode while she's in Arkham, and just it getting to that boiling point where you get to see Sophia's first actual victim and how she handles that. And yeah, she fucks her up good. When she snaps, she snaps. It was very good.
And she snapped, and she winds up doing the murder. And right after the murder, she says, "I'm innocent," which was a lovely juxtaposition. That's what that was there.
Yes,
So,
like I said, this whole episode, I'm really just digging and loving the show every episode that
what in
comes.
the world is going on here? That was not meant to be that way. Okay.
And I can't wait for more. Like it's just the show's been just so good. Yeah, I'm happy. And especially this episode in I might fuck up the actor's name, but was it Mark Strong that took over for Totoro
Yes.
as Carmine?
Yes.
That was a very good replay. It's barely noticeable to me. He does such a good job. He slipped right into the role. I was fine with it.
However, when you look at the character, you think, "Oh, look, Mark Strong with hair." And
Yeah,
that'll pull you out.
a little bit, yes. But he was good. He was good. He served his purpose.
What'd you think of the hair on Mark Strong, Bray?
I thought the hair was pretty strong. What can I say? I've seen worse wig work. Yeah, I get over it after a while, but yeah, it didn't take me too far out. Like Bob was saying, like the transition was somewhat seamless. Yes, the hair was a little noticeable, but what can I say? I like that dude. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'll let it
he's
go.
great. I mean, that's what just surprises me about the show is just the performances we're getting from, be it Colin Farrell. I don't know her name offhand, but the lady who's playing Sophia, even the kid that Oz is taking under his wing, like everybody is played so well and obviously written so well. It's just damn, I can't get enough of the show. It kind of bums me out that it's coming out on a weekly basis because it's one of them shows where I immediately want to watch another one after watching one. So,
Well,
but they got me.
Wait a minute. There may not be another one today. I think they're skipping a week at some point.
What?
And
Don't tell me that.
What?
So it may not be coming out tonight. It may be coming out next week.
Don't lie to me. Why would they do that? There's nothing going on today. Nothing.
Just for you, just to upset you.
There's not even a sports ball or a baseball final or
I mean, I can't see them like it's fucking HBO. How are you not going to like have your live programming on live on a day when no?
I could be mistaken.
I hope you are. It's a goddamn like 8-episode show. Why the fuck would you take a week off?
To make it
Possible Subway.
I mean,
yes,
maybe
that could be it. I don't know for sure. I've drawn a question that.
I mean, you could be correct because that could be the reason why they put out a in future episodes like trailer, like not just like the trailer for next week, but a compilation of what's to come for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Do you know how many episodes it's going to be? Is this 8 like every other show now?
I thought it was an 8-episode. I would assume 8 to 10.
Because like they love doing the mid-season finale for some reason, then taking a little break now. I don't quite understand that move either.
I know, like the final season of Sopranos, let's split it into season A and season B for no reason.
Or a season finale that's split into 2 pieces.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Not like that at all.
Okay. Google is telling me that there is an episode on tonight.
Okay, well, let's listen to Google. We love our
new today, 9 p.m. Eastern. The best.
Here we go.
The best
we'll
time.
Find out how Oz digs himself out of the hole now because he's finally reached the bottom of the barrel in falling his way upwards, and now he has to actually take action and become the mafioso leader that we know him to be.
Sure, and even though he
grab that cigarette holder.
Yes, he does. I agree. But I really appreciated that even though he wasn't in the episode a whole lot, the parts that we do see of him back in the flashback types, at the start of the episode, you see from her perspective him ditching her in that parking lot after the kid comes and rescues Oz, and they just drive away, and he tells them just fucking leave her, and then they go. That's what like triggers these memories almost for her as we go back in time and see this development. But to see it like full circle, even back then, he was still kind of using his sly ways and underhandedness to try and get ahead by being the one to turn her in, basically, and tell her dad what was going on. Which, so twice he fucked her over, it seems. So it's like it was like a great full circle to see his character back then. How he was treated as being her driver. They had like what looked like a pretty good relationship up until that point. And that's when things got shaky because everybody just abandoned her. Man, just a great show.
Yeah, they do pretty good. Kitty, have you watched any of this?
None of it. None of
Amazing.
it. So, yeah, I'll let you know when I do.
Let me put you on
best
the
mob
spot
show on
here.
TV right now.
Yes.
I'm going to put you on the spot, and you can give us your impression of our impressions of the show.
My impression of your impression is that you enjoy it, and that is okay. It's well written. You like the actually expected not to like one of the actresses, but you actually do like her. You're enjoying that, and the main takeaway for me is that Bob just does not like the whole weekly release schedule. Just not a thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Me on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? Let's take it slow. I want the whole. As much as it frustrates me, I would be the same. In that, like, oh, let's get to the next one. But it kind of is like savoring the meal.
Yes.
So I enjoyed that. Like with House of the Dragon, I was like, it's okay, take your time. Let's go one episode a week. Because then it's exciting for a little bit longer. But if it's all in one shot.
It makes you want more. And that's what I think is so good about the show. And I mean, HBO shows in general, it's some of the best Sunday night programming you can get. The fact that Rosales has not seen The Sopranos is highly disappointing. I'm about to ask a question of him now, which I probably already know the answer to. So I'm going to be heartbroken prematurely here, but at least tell me you've seen The Wire, Rosales.
No.
Holy!
Have you seen anything David Chase has done?
Like, what is going on here?
Who's David Chase?
Oh,
are you trolling them? Because I mean, like, I can understand me not knowing, but like, are you trolling them? Because it seems like it's
like I hope you're trolling. Like, how?
You know what? I wish that I was trolling. I'd love to take credit for being smart enough to troll people, but no, there's a lot of people out there doing stuff that I just haven't had the chance to see.
But these are,
there's that if I have not seen The Wire. I don't know who David Chase is.
I haven't seen The Wire, but I mean, you can expect that from me.
Yeah, you're South African. I'll cut you a break.
South African.
But I can't excuse this man here for So thank you, Luce Brown. I can't excuse this man.
TV. Just because I have a TV.
No, well, like you've made film. You're in that. That would be like, it's such a profound show for what it is. They don't make TV shows like this at all. Period. Ever. It's oh my god.
I feel like we need to put Rosales on the spot right now. Well, what's the point of focusing on me?
So do you know who Gandolfini is, Rosales?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think he's
who played a mafioso guy on TV?
Okay.
True. Do you understand the enormity and the great talent that is James Gandolfini, or was, I should say?
Yeah. Especially what he did with that character.
Yeah.
Man, it got New Jerseyans to go to therapy. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, I can almost forgive somebody for not seeing the Sopranos. I can almost forgive that. That's almost forgivable. But The Wire is just, I'll never forgive you until you watch it.
It's cable TV, and
listen. I'm gonna out you and me both. I gave you two perfectly good sites that have everything on them. There is nothing that is out of your reach now, sir. Absolutely nothing.
There are no excuses.
When did you give them to me? And do you think I had time to watch The Wire between then and now?
You should have made time.
Yeah, you make time. Like, this is a show you neglect your wife and kids for, sir. Like, I'm not even lying.
I'm too busy teaching children how to make these absolutely perfect cookies.
Being a proud dad.
There's lessons they could learn from The Wire.
Absolutely.
Omar could teach them a lot.
Yes.
And, instead of watching TV, there are other things that I'm doing that, draw my attention away from sitting in front of the boob tube, as they used to call them back in the day. So
would it happen to do with what's going on in the sidebar there?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Yes, this Plan 9 for Matter Space T-shirt that I have that's now available from our website. If you go follow this QR code, you can go there right now, and there's some in the descriptions below if you're on the YouTubes.
That is amazing.
I made that shirt because I got copyright flagged for doing that last year. Okay, so last year, around this Halloween time, we were trying to get a stream going where we were showing that and reacting to it, kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. And we got flagged on YouTube for displaying copyrighted material of this public domain film.
I was going to say, public domain.
Well, you just forgot, okay?
Well, it's public domain. It's not copywritten, and it's up to everybody, And so, but when I got flagged, I got put on sort of a YouTube probation for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think last week, the 6-week probation was lifted. So
Yeah.
a full year of being on this
The
YouTube
6 weeks.
6-week probation is
It's a
finally
long 6 weeks. Yes.
yes. So, but yeah, so
So
that's
do we try it again this year?
yeah. If we don't mind me not being monetized, absolutely, we can do it, or somebody else could do it if they have a channel, and that's not monetized. So, but yeah, if you like what I do and you like shirts, pick one up. Are you a fan of clothing? Amazon hates this, and there's nothing they can do about it. Isn't that the way those ads work these days?
Yeah.
That's how that's every Twitter post. Breaking. So and so doesn't want you to see this. Spread it now before it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my best are the posts that are like, Elon banned this. Spread it, share it before it goes. Like, if it's banned, how the fuck did you get it up here? How are you the one person in existence on this whole application?
You're a
that has
hero.
power? Yeah, goddamn
You're our
saint you are.
hero.
This
Yeah.
shirt is taking the internet by storm. Get it now before it's too late.
Yes.
Put this on Instagram. The Instagram ones as well. The Instagram ads. I like that.
Oh,
Yeah, this is quite a lovely shirt. Do
It
you
is
wear
a lovely
clothing? This is something you might be interested in.
yes.
So, but there we go. There's that.
Do you not watch great shows like The Wire? Then this shirt is perfect for you.
Yes. Do you want me to watch great shows?
Yes, I would really appreciate. Listen, I'll tell you, I watch that show every year. I rewatch it every season, every episode. I've seen
many
it like
seasons are
50
there?
times. 6.
Well, if you just buy a shirt, you'll get Rosales to watch it.
Every shirt I sell, I will watch one episode of The Wire. So
Oh man,
there you go.
It's a lot of
We got
shit.
6 issues to go through and a lot of shirts, and they're in limited supply. So
The Wire is like Lay's potato chips. You can't watch just one.
get them before they run out. They're print on demand, by the way. So, how'd that happen again? Why does this keep happening? There we go. Hey,
Yes.
Pops.
Yeah.
I know you got a lot of stuff going on today. Why don't you tell everybody what's happening in the Madness Comic Book Network?
Ooh.
Well, geez. First things first, I'm gonna be over here with a new co-host for the Draw Stream. Levi Skeen is our new co-host, and I will be leaving here real soon to go over there and send him admin and show him what's up in StreamYard, how to do everything. And then we're going to start the Draw Stream at 1 o'clock and get hang out with some awesome indie artists that just draw and BS and have fun. And then we are going to skip on over to the show-offs at 3:30 with Texas Dave Houston. Texas Dave Houston lives in the UK and doesn't sound anything like a Texan. I'm just saying. Good guy. It's fun. We compare collections between what we get over here in America as opposed to what he gets over there in the UK. Sometimes we're showing the same book, but it's different. It's kind of cool. And then, of course, Silverline at 8. And what the hell goes off late at night on Sundays? I can't even remember. We got so much going.
Jeez.
Oh, wait. No, we got the 3 Beer Men at 7 and then Silverline at 8 because, things happen. Good. It's all action around here, guys. The Madness Comic Network. Check us out.
Yeah.
They are as close to being a 24-hour channel as possible.
Yeah.
Well, that's the goal, is to get enough content where we can run 24 hours. That'd be sweet if we could get that many people to bring their shows in, right? That would also be a shit ton of work, guys. So don't lay it all on me at once. Let me ease into that. Thank you for having me out as usual.
No, thanks for being here as long as you can. We appreciate that. Here we are at Indie Planet, indieplanet.com, where they do these print-on-demand comic books. And lo and behold, what do we have here?
Hey, that one
My
looks familiar.
Frankenstein,
Yeah.
which we were selling on our website. and now we are selling them on indieplanet.com. So these are print on demand. They're available for you at the low price of $15.99. $15.99. I'm going to get one of these graphics up available later
How
on.
many pages is that, Dan?
That is 72 pages.
Always
sounds like a
throw that in
steal.
when you're throwing the price out so people can get that comparison. Of what
What's
the
the shipping like?
Shipping is available.
Let me get to that. I need to get that. No, I'm just trying to, because I want to know. You know, I'm always in a weird place.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
I don't know what the shipping is to Dubai, but yeah, if you look here at this picture, she's got one eye that's colored blue and one eye that's colored brown. And what the guy did when he gave her this eye is that was the eye of her mate. And when her mate died, and she was fixed up so that she wouldn't die, he gave her the eye of her mate so that she would always be able to see what her mate saw, the way that she saw it. So it's kind of morbid,
I love
but
it.
it's also romantic in a way, I guess.
It's kind of sweet though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except that he remade her so that she wouldn't die, so that she could fall in love with him. So
Oops.
it's a little twisted, Yeah, I apologize for killing your lover, but here, have the eye so you can see what she sees, and when you look in the mirror, you will see what she saw in you. Yeah, it's very twisted. I do that sort of thing when I write, don't I, Kitty? I do the twisted stuff. Yeah.
Very weird, but also romantic. Still, there's still the romance.
Do the wrong things for the right reasons. That's how I see people. They're doing the wrong things for the right reasons. So yeah, it's available. There, pick it up, get a review, make a review of it, and let us know how twisted you think it is. Oh, look at that! We got ourselves a wheel.
There's a
Wheel.
wheel. I think we should spin it.
There we go. Excuse me.
Theaters.
What could it? Yeah.
Oh, very close.
Charles, get in here. We need you. This is your time to shine.
Well, here's what's new in theaters that came out on the 18th of this month.
Oh, there's so many.
And this comes from our good friends.
Panda Penland, Jackie Chan.
Yes, from our good friends at Well Go Entertainment in theaters right now.
Yeah.
It's Panda Plan starring Jackie
With
Chan.
Jackie Chan.
More like Well Go Fuck Yourself Productions. But, yeah.
Oh, you're not a fan of Well Go USA?
I guess not. Look at what am I watching here? Look at this. It's a big
It's a
fucking
panda and Jackie Chan. It's the Jackie Chan Panda Plan. Come on.
Oh,
yes.
God.
So yes, that's available.
Isn't he like 80?
Yes, he is. Soon after, legendary kung fu star Jackie Chan is invited to adopt a beloved zoo panda named Hoo Hoo. A notorious international crime syndicate sets its sight on the bear and offers a massive bounty for his capture. Faced with this sudden
crime syndicates
crisis,
do,
Jackie enlists the help of his agent and Hoo Hoo, fiercely dedicated caretaker, leading the trio on an outrageous and unforgettable adventure as they seek to outsmart and outkick the bad guys at every turn.
Yeah, see, this is no good. This happened, back in the day. Like, we had one good buddy cop dog movie back in the day, sort of, which was Turner and Hooch, and now after that, I don't know why studios do.
I think
this,
you're forgetting about Canine, man.
No, wait, hang on. I'm getting to that.
What about Milo and Otis?
Yeah, no, nothing has been good since Turner and Hooch. Because what happened is after Turner and Hooch, then this is what all these dying action stars ended up getting thrown into. You had Chuck Norris working with a fucking dog. You had not John, Jim Belushi working with the dog.
I was gonna say the lesser Belushi.
Yes. All these action stars get stuck doing this shit, and they're just bullshit movies. They're never really good. Turner and Hooch is a I don't know. It's kind of a cult classic, but it works, and it's because it has Tom Hanks and not fucking Chuck Norris, because it's just stupid
Okay,
to see
but
like Chuck
Zootopia.
Norris run around. No, I don't know this, like the way this is described. It sounds like it's like we bought a zoo, but like now we're gonna like go solve a crime at the same time and beat the shit out of you with karate. Like I don't know.
We bought a kung fu zoo. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great, man.
Like
Well, you got a
what's
lot
the
of
crazy
questions
stunts he's gonna
to
do with
answer.
pandas?
You got a lot of questions to answer here. How do you get an 80-year-old Jackie Chan to do an action movie and make accounts for the fact that he's 80 years old and can't do the action movie stuff? Well, you get
This
him
time
to
it's
play
panda
himself.
based.
You get him to
We're
play
gonna focus
himself,
more on the panda stunts.
and the fact that he's an actor, and then he can say, "Oh, I'm only actor. I can't." Why am I being racist?
Yeah.
I'm only an actor,
That's my
and
job.
I have stuntmen that do all of my stuff. So this will account for the fact that I can't do the stuff I used to do, and so he can do some things. He can't do it all, but there's an excuse for it now because he's just an actor playing the role of an actor.
Yeah, but
Playing
like
the
this is
role of a brand
embarrassing.
owner.
Like I hope he didn't like have to like include his like make his stunt team come out for this and do this type of work because this is bullshit.
Well,
It's absolute
it says
bullshit.
it right there that he enlists the help of his agent and who's fiercely dedicated caretaker. They're going to be taking on most of the kung fu stuff.
I guess so. I gotta look and see who who's playing the agent. Like this is, yeah, and who came up with these fucking like this had to be a movie that was made for like China. It was made
And
for overseas, right? And it's just like getting international release here.
I think this has to be reiterated just one more time for the sake of Bob. Um, the Wire is freaking great. So, however, if you want to challenge Bob and his thoughts on this, it's actually available now to watch on WellGo USA's website. So go find WellGo USA, give it a watch if you want before it comes out on DVD and direct, other stuff, or go to the movie theaters because it's there. You
Yeah.
might be able to have
Yeah, before you watch The Wire, go watch this.
yes, and see what's going down. Smile
So-
2 is out.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
This I heard
I've
was
been
actually getting
hearing
some
mixed
decent
things
reviews.
about it.
Oh, where are you?
A couple are saying it's not as good as the first, but that's hard to do with a horror sequel, if you will.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the hell out of the first one, and a lot of the first reviews I'm hearing of this one are really good. So I need to see it. I have not done it yet, but yes,
Look who we got here,
everyone's
guys.
favorite actor, the up and coming Kyle Gallner, is in here. Also getting a release of his 2020 movie that kind of got a little bit hidden, Dinner in America. So hell yeah, good for Gallner.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that was the kid from Nightmare on Elm Street remake, correct?
I believe so. He's also in Red State as a kid.
Yes. Okay, that is
yeah.
him. Yeah.
But he was in The First Smile, which was delightful.
Came back for a second grin, did he?
He did.
A little bit.
So this says here, about to embark on a new world tour, global pop sensation Sky Riley begins experiencing increasingly terrifying and inexplicable events. People are smiling at her, overwhelmed by the escalating horrors of the smiling people and the pressures of fame. Sky is forced to face her dark past to regain control of her life before it spirals out of control. And Kitty, you've got just a little bit of time. Have you seen this movie, maybe?
No, I haven't even seen. I don't think I've seen the first one. And I will be
It's
leaving
must watch.
for movie night. So my husband said no about this movie. That's what I think. I remember. I'm like, so I don't know why. I'll try and push him for this because there's a second one. I don't know what he's planning to do for us to watch tonight, but I have a suggestion now. That's what I do. I rely on you guys for suggestions because he makes some good picks. But when I think when I pick, he just immediately goes near. But this time I'll try.
Yes. I'm going to open up a restaurant called I Don't Know.
What do you want? I don't know. Yes, that works.
Then it'll just have couple seating the entire way. No big tables.
Mm-hmm.
Just two-seaters all the way through it, and that way when couples go out on a date, they can salvage their relationship by coming to I don't know.
And the waiting staff only speaks to the men and just says, "What are you guys ordering?" Because the woman's just not gonna
Well,
know
just
what's going on.
just show up with a menu for the man and a plate for the lady, and it's already picked out. The woman is going to get the special of the day, and so there you go. Gracie and Pedro is also out.
It's a packed cast.
Yes, Gracie
Really?
and Pedro, two beloved pets who don't get along, are thrown in an unexpected adventure after being separated from their family during a cross-country move. That was a long sentence.
Aww.
Stranded in
Bound
unfamiliar
vibes.
land. Pampered
Yeah.
show dog Gracie and street smart alley cat Pedro must put aside their differences and rely on each other to find their way home.
Pedro,
This doesn't
Pedro,
sound like
Pedro,
AI
Pedro.
description at all.
Mhm.
Along their journey, they meet colorful characters facing daunting obstacles, ultimately discovering their shared determination and love for their family.
I just want to watch Homeward Bound now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people in that movie. Jesus.
But Susan
Yes.
Sarandon, Bill Nighy, Brooke Shields, Danny Trejo, Alicia Silverstone, Al Franken. Don't know the other ones, but maybe they're a little past their prime. But those were huge names not too long
Yeah.
ago.
They were. These, you got to. Oh, let's all be impressed with my neighbor's truck.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is impressive.
I'm on the
Amazing.
floor.
I wish I could be that cool.
I'm impressed all the way from over here.
Yes, he doesn't know that he's impressed people in Dubai. So yeah, and Goodrich came out as well. After Andy Goodrich's second wife suddenly leaves him, he's faced with taking sole care of their 9-year-old twins and relies a little too heavily on the help of his adult daughter, who struggles to help Andy become the father she never had.
Wow.
So it's not about tires. We're not talking about
no.
B.F. Goodrich here.
They're trying to revive the mid-budget films of
Michael
the
Keaton.
late aughts. So, yeah, Michael Keaton.
Didn't he already do Mr. Mom? I don't know.
Yes, he did. But this is Mr. Grandpa, I think.
I guess so.
He's too old to be the father
Dad.
that he was for the other lady, and then he's a better father for his two daughters than he was to his first daughter, which
Second time around.
yeah. I can't believe
does
you're
it
being a
count as
father to
third?
them. You're treating them like they're your grandchildren,
Mhm.
and you're loving them more.
And look at Andy McDowell all the way at the end of that list.
Oh yeah,
Poor Andy.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
travesty.
she leaves him, I guess.
Yeah, she deserves better.
Glorified cameo, if you will.
Maybe, yeah.
So yeah, well, that's what's out in theaters.
Wow. Rush out now. Get your tickets
Wait, stick around for the
immediately.
end of the show. Just wait.
Well, yeah.
Unless
Fandango the shit out of those movies, by all means.
that's what I wanted to show. What am I showing here? Oh yeah, this one. Oh, I forgot. Where's my mouse? There it is. 2 screens. There we go.
Oh,
This
yes,
is what
there we go.
Wow.
Wow.
Why is that still
That's all
there?
fancy like.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it because I don't have this off to the side? No, it's still there. Look at that.
It's still there.
Wow.
I don't understand it.
God damn it. Well, go fuck yourself, USA Entertainment. Get off of there.
Thus saith Buffalo Bob.
Yes. God damn it. The Bills are going to win today.
God damn.
It's fucking crazy. It's been like our weather here is so shitty, so it's like already like preparing for winter. It's been like goddamn like 35, 40 degrees overnight and shit. But today, for some reason, it's sunny and fucking 70, so great day for football.
Well, thank you, Pops, for being here.
Buffalo Pops.
What was that?
Greatest team in football. That's what that was.
Pops, we were glad you were able to stop by for a little while.
I just have to say, as far as Buffalo goes, I feel your pain. We've lost a shit ton of Super Bowls too.
Yeah. Have you lost 4 in a row, though?
No, but we lost 4. Same thing. Same thing. Go Vikings, baby. 6-0.
Yes, good for you. One of the final teams that are 5-0.
I know what's going on. I finally figured it out. Yeah.
Peace.
I'm on the wrong thing. Peace out.
See ya.
See you, sir.
That's what's supposed to be going on here. I was not supposed to do that. I was supposed to do this.
Oh.
Check it out. Whoa, there's a kitty.
Whoa.
That was what you
Hey.
planned to do.
Still not what I planned to do, but it's better
I mean,
than
I
where I
can spin it
was.
around if you really want. That got the wheel of topics. There we go.
Wheel
You're
of
still not
topics.
done.
One more time, just for
yeah.
good measure.
Oh, come on. I'm not watching.
And snap.
Boom.
Blech. Poor guy.
I didn't see the aftermath. Did he try and stand after that?
No, God, no. No.
I don't want to see that.
He hurt his foot, and then he put his foot down. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, he didn't try. He immediately goes down. Immediately. He knows, like, as soon as it happens, because you could, when the cameras were on him after the play, you could see him mouthing and yelling that it's broken. He knew right away. I mean, he even gets fell on a little bit. One of them fat lined him, like, falling a little bit. So I'm sure that didn't, help at all. Fucking 300 pounds just laying on you when you just broke your leg. But hey, gotta love football.
That's right. There we go. We're back to where we're supposed to be. Here we go. Let's take a look at
Yay, it's spinning.
See what happens.
I think it's gonna be a super update.
The update?
Yes.
Update.
We got us a update. And that update is the fact that crypto was released, or a picture of crypto was released by James Gunn this week. And a lot of people, had some fun with it, But one thing it kind of dawned on me was that we had talked weeks ago about crypto's involvement in Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow. And in that, the book seems to be it seems to be paralleling. Is that the right word?
Sounds right.
Parallelogramming?
Yes. We'll go with that because it sounds funnier. It's parallelogramming a comic book in which where is it at? Over here. Boom. Where crypto dies.
Show the fucking arrow.
Right there. So the bad guy in this
neck.
comic book, which is going to be in the movie, kills crypto, and we get a darker, much grittier Supergirl. So not only do we get Where the Red Fern Grows, we also get Old Yeller, because this is two movies, which we're going to get to fall in love with this shaggy dog before he kills him off.
Oh no, I can't. I don't want to watch.
I mean, the more I look at this picture, the more I like it. It's just such like a beautiful picture, to be honest.
This happened to a football player called Luke Shaw, but he's back playing somehow.
Yeah, somehow you can come back from those. Or you could be like Joe Theismann and not.
They rubbed some dirt on it and he walked it off.
Yeah, he taped it up for the second half and got back in there. They really needed that.
Theismann a femur, though? I think that might be a little bit different than the
Was it a femur?
I think so.
I think you're right, yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, football guys. I do have this one little bit of trivia when it comes to Joe Theismann, is that he was called Joe Theismann until he won the Heisman Trophy and then became Joe Theismann.
Oh.
Makes sense. I mean, you got to rhyme.
Yes.
They wound up saying Theismann won the Heisman, and he stuck with it, and
yeah, that's a great nickname.
Yes, it is. Well, he took it as his last name. It's like he married the trophy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Heisman and the Theismann.
But I would marry this picture because it is pretty and beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lovely dog. Pupperoo, is that what you said?
Yes, he's a pupperoo.
Well, he's not a kitty, so
Yeah, I still like dogs. Still like dogs. They're still pretty cool. From afar, can keep them.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty needy.
I'm a little frustrated with like the slow roll of promotion for this movie, but just because I want to see more of it. But the little tidbits I see like this, it just keeps growing on me more and more. And I'm not really all for crypto being in the movie, to make that clear. Like only because I don't want this to be like where he's like a crucial. I get that he's probably going to die here, but like I don't want him to be like the MacGuffin that wins the movie for us here at the end of the Superman movie. Like I don't want him to be like the one key piece that is needed to successfully beat whatever villain. If he's there and just okay and he's with them, sure, and doing stuff like this, that's great. But
Crypto, you're my best friend. You are
yeah,
the rock that keeps me firmly on solid ground.
yeah,
I
like some
just want
bullshit
to
like
borrow you
that.
for a space job, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
And, don't worry, I'll
like
bring him back.
yeah, like if you, but I don't know, like this, I don't know. This picture does definitely invoke like some very like childhood feelings for me, and it just, I don't know, it looks pretty. I like it. They're sitting on the moon, just overlooking the Earth. And again, it's hopefully this is somewhat reflective of the movie itself because this is showing me the type of Superman we're getting, and the type of rules in this universe. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. He's this is actually pulled from a panel from a comic book.
Yes,
I don't know which one, but
neither do I, but I have seen the panel though.
yeah. So he's letting you know that he's doing a lot here with this.
Yeah, there's a lot of information in this one picture.
In the picture, you're getting a lot about Superman and his relationship to the dog, but you're also getting information that the movie will be taking a lot from the comic books, and so he's reassuring the old people like me and Pops that what we're getting is what we got before. We're not straying too far away from the source material. We're giving you what you asked for, the classic Superman with the square jaw and the truth, justice, and the American way.
Unless it's a bait and switch.
Unless it's a bait and switch, and they decide to do something completely different for the normie audiences or the new audience that nobody seems to be able to find. Or maybe, just maybe, Gray, you can answer this. Maybe the new modern audience just doesn't have money.
Could be, but dogs though. I mean that should get people interested,
right?
Yes, until you kill them. So
yeah, well, even
John
when you
Wick is
kill them,
popular.
it makes you invested. There is a good motivator there. Like, you kill my dog, you kill my pet, it's over. I'll do anything.
It's like a super John Wick. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me think of Guardians 3 and how he was able to pull on my heartstrings with a lot of those characters. Yeah, with everything in that goddamn movie, really. Like I don't know why, but like I don't know if I was just way too invested in it, but the fucking movie made me cry like 3 times watching it. I'm like, what the? I'm like, goddamn raccoons and shit. Like it's no
hormones.
I guess so.
So
My transition
as he
isn't going so well.
You're going to be so mad as he uses 2 movies to get you invested and fall in love with this dog.
I know.
Oh god, I did also cry.
I mean, but if it's written well, like I think he can, it might work for me. Like I said,
I hope he swerves at the last minute, and he's telling everybody, "Hey, we're basing it off this story that's kind of a John Wick with Supergirl," and then he goes a completely different direction and doesn't kill the dog.
But like I said, I can at least get a sense of like the type of Superman we're going for here. This isn't one like a animated series that needs some sort of like breathing suit to be out in space. He could just kind of chill out there and breathe, and probably I'm sure he'll talk to the dog in space, which will be insane. But even so, like it's to me like I could see some world building here because, like I said, between this and then the Creature Commandos trailer, the type of world that is being built in this DCU is just going to be very fantastical and very comic bookish, and I'm very excited that they're leaning into that because that is just a beautiful shot. I really hope to see something reflective of this in the film. Because like as much as I'm not a fan of,
Let me play devil's advocate real quick.
Sure.
I chime in for Killmonger, who no longer comes on the stream because he just doesn't have time to do that, and he's busy so much. He would be if he could. So That's not me, raking him over the coals or anything or calling him out. But why does the fur have to be white?
Because it was Krypton. I'm pretty sure he was white in the comics for the most part, especially if we're taking from certain source material. There was a scruffy looking crypto like this in the comics. I have seen that panel as well. I have seen panels where he looks like more like Labradorish, but I don't know. Like I wasn't kind of feeling it, but I am actually kind of feeling like the scruffy dog look, to be honest.
He is an alien dog, so he doesn't necessarily have to be any type of breed that we would expect. So
Sure, but I mean, if you're playing devil's advocate like that, I mean, my God, like we're really just we're having discussions over the colors of dogs, like we don't have
the
colors
race of the dog.
Yeah, exactly. Like we don't have enough black dogs working. Like, wouldn't that be up to like Batman? If they give Bat Dog, if they put him in the movies, since we got Crypto,
Dude, they just made him a Frenchie.
well, yeah, but not that bullshit. Like the real
Frenchies
like,
are mostly black. Don't you get black ones? Yeah, you do.
yeah. Like if we're
That's
doing
why
this,
you got to be black.
like,
So
if
I did point out,
including
Jill,
animals.
that the even though zebras are striped with white fur,
Yes.
the skin of a zebra is completely and 100% black.
Okay.
So it could be the same because he's an alien dog. That even though he's got white fur, he's completely black underneath.
I mean, I guess that's a fair point, but it's just so like the whole like thought of the conversation itself is just so ridiculous. It really is. But I believe that there are people. I've seen people talking about this, and it is kind of just weird to me that like we've devolved this far. We've now hit like the newest low, and that is like talking about like the DEI representation of dogs and animals in movies and what color they should be. You know, so somebody's going to start out.
Eye color next. Let's go.
I guess might as well, like what the fuck, like somebody's gonna start clamoring for like where are all the brown polar bears and shit? We need more of them in movies. Like,
Netflix.
Yeah, like exactly, like that's what we'll get. We'll get like the Cleopatra Netflix documentary about how polar bears they used to be brown and they were the Arctic was built on the back of brown polar bears. Yes, exactly. I don't care what your mom, your grandma told you. I don't care what school told you. They're brown, damn it. Exactly. And let's take another look.
I'm going to replace this real quick. So you go ahead. Go ahead and keep talking. I'm going to replace this with the video.
It's hard to keep talking when you keep showing this dude's leg just like snapping.
Well,
like
I'm trying to replace it, is what
I know. I mean, I enjoy watching it.
But it's got to play while I'm replacing.
It does have to play. Please.
So
yeah.
Put it on a loop. That's what I should have done. Should have put it on a loop for you. Everybody should make that a GIF and put that as your like fucking.
I could make it a
profile picture.
Where is it? Where is it?
Put it. I forgot what we were talking about now because this guy broke his leg again for the 5th time.
For the 5th time.
Oh yeah.
Chill.
There you go. Yeah. See, like it. It doesn't have the same appeal though. It doesn't look right.
Well, it would be.
You're saying if it's not white, it doesn't look right to you?
I guess I kind of am, Gray. I think I am here. When it comes to the dog, yeah, he's goddamn. We don't need to be race swapping dogs.
I mean, it looks okay. I don't mind. But...
is it gonna hit the corner perfectly? Nope, not this time.
Oh!
It's like the old classic DVD widescreen.
Come on.
Come on, get up there. Nope. I don't know.
So, yeah, in order for it to be a different colored dog, it would have to be Disney's Superman.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that do that sort of thing. All right.
I mean, like, I dig the animation that you made there. Like, that's cool. That looks great. Except for one thing, but hey, it's fine now. We fixed it.
Yeah, the point is, whatever color the dog would be, someone's going to nitpick at the color of the dog.
I can't believe it.
Or the dog.
John Stewart, but not this. Like, I can't get behind this in any way. Like, I can't. Like, this isn't even like trollable. It's just so stupid that people are even like making any sort of argument whatsoever about, well, what the fuck? Why can't we have a colored dog? Like, This is what really makes me hate this world. Like, it really does. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we talking about here? There's people starving in the streets, and we're complaining on Twitter that the goddamn dog isn't dark enough. Go away, people. Seriously, go away.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go away now.
Not you. I didn't mean you. I'm just one of those people. She just outed herself.
Here.
You guys thought I
Wow,
was
Bob.
bad.
Thanks.
You run them off again, Bob. You run them off again.
Yeah. That'll
Thank
be the name
you,
of my
Kitty.
autobiography.
Thank you
My
for being here,
husband
Kitty.
was
Tell us what you wound up watching after you get there. You know, maybe next week or maybe on Thinkers. I'll come on and I'll start bugging you guys.
Yeah.
Figure out
Please
what's going
do.
on.
Awesome. We'll see you guys. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I don't have
Bye,
much of a
Kitty.
day, but enjoy
Bye,
your
Kitty.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
There's at least 7 of you on Twitter watching. We'd love to hear from you because Bob thinks that your opinions are suck.
Yeah, it's trash. If you're talking about this damn dog and what color it should be, I don't know what to tell you. Going outside and touching grass isn't going to help at all, but do something. Get medicated. Like me.
Get medicated.
Yes, something. It's bad, like, right? I mean, if people are serious about that, what are we doing as a
I wasn't
as a
serious when
species?
I made the video, but I
Oh,
I took
absolutely,
it
I know.
seriously enough to make that video. But
But that conversation is actually out there, though. Like, in the ether of the internet, it's out there. Like, people
yeah,
are
I
discussing.
don't
Like,
think Jill was serious. I think he was just
I hope he
trolling,
wasn't.
you know.
I could see him be serious, though.
And that's a different conversation altogether, I guess. But let's see what we got left here, guys.
Looks like we got something that Warren isn't here to talk about once again. So it looks like the Vox Machina discussion will be pushed for the 6th week in a row.
Well, I think. I'm sorry. Did you see it? There?
I did not. I just thought that was kind of an unenthusiastic spin on the wheel's behalf. It just kind of like barely moved. But yeah, my bad.
All right. Did anybody see the Agatha?
I have. I am all caught up with the Agatha all along. It was quite the reveal this week.
Did it? Yeah, you saw it coming. I know you saw it coming.
Oh yeah. They tried to throw a couple of red herrings, but I don't know, man. I'm really digging what this show is doing. It's recontextualizing a bunch of what happened in that first episode, which I kind of assumed that's what was going to go on this season. So yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm getting. And maybe it is because I'm just kind of, over the Cape shit right now. But I like this magical side of Marvel. I kind of dug what they were doing with WandaVision. This seems like they're going off in a much darker direction, if you will. I don't think we're going to get Doctor Strange 2 out of this, but I think it is going to directly lead to Young Avengers, which could be really cool. I'm actually more hyped for it now than I was many other times when they alluded to it through all the other shows.
You're not having like any issues with it at all? Like you said, you're enjoying most of the episodes fairly well.
Yeah, I'm not really having any
shit
issues
online. So
yeah, I'm apparently the only one who likes it. Man, they're doing so many cool allusions to like a bunch of different shows. Like they had this kind of rock episode, which on top of having a whole bunch of different references in it, man, it goes heavy on like the Carrie references, which just I love me some Carrie.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. I'm digging a lot of the references they're doing and what they're able to actually accomplish, especially kind of with the actual camera. It's just kind of amazing the way that they're really able to channel all these different properties and kind of bring it in. I don't know, man. I'm digging where they're going with this and what they're doing with all the characters. The sad thing is I think they're introducing one character that would have really helped with Infinity Wars, but or the Infinity Gauntlet saga, I guess you would call it.
Sure.
But they're introducing her now, which is, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that because that would have completely changed the motivation for that one, and I think made it so much stronger if they'd introduced her then. But I don't know. I'm digging what they're doing. Again, it could just be that I'm over the Cape stuff, but yeah, I don't have the same complaints that a lot of others have online.
You're probably not going to get me to watch the show.
Yeah, it's probably not for you.
However,
If you didn't like
curious.
WandaVision, there's no way you'll like this. It's kind of WandaVision turned up to like 11.
What's the character, if you don't mind spilling the beans on that, on who this might be? What character that would have done
The reveal character?
that would have done well in the Infinity Gauntlet saga you were talking about.
Oh, sorry. So it is just speculation at this point, but there's a character named Rio. So it's the one played by no, I'm blanking on her name, Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
But it's very much speculated that she's actually Death. So if that's the case, then we could have used her very heavily as like Thanos' motivation. That he's just trying to impress Death.
See, now I thought, what is? I'm trying to get my camera to get me a still picture. So, see, it only catches when the last thing moves.
Yeah, that's not the one.
I don't want to. Yeah. I thought she was going to be playing the Green Witch.
So they're alluding to that, but sadly, it seems like she has to be there, and it seems like it's just before characters keep getting offed, and they're going hardcore in this. They're offing characters left and right, which is kind of fun. It feels like there are actually some stakes in this, but so she is a Green Witch, but that's not saying that that's all she is.
You think that's like the red herring, making her out to be like this Green Witch character? Okay.
What if they do not just swerve left, but do a complete U-turn and turn her into Mephisto? You think that might be what they're doing?
So I think they completely cut out Mephisto. So they kind of did the thing where we do know that. So yeah, I guess spoilers if you haven't seen the last episode. They do confirm that this is Billy, the other Billy, the Billy that we've known, if you will. But like the way that they do it in the comics, there's like 3 different versions of it. So first there's Agatha gets like burned at the stake, and then her soul becomes the 2 kids somehow that impregnates Wanda. And then it was kind of retconned that actually it's Mephisto, and there's shards of Mephisto that are these things, and he was tricking Wanda all along. And then they kind of rewrote that again, that it was actually like Wanda able to somehow cut off these shards of Mephisto, and then they became these sentient beings, and then that became like Wiccan, and I forget what Tommy's name is. But they just kind of made it a lot more streamlined in this one, and I kind of dig what they're doing. So I don't know, like you always kind of knew it was going that way, but they threw a couple red herrings like Nicholas Scratch, Agatha's kid, that maybe this isn't who we think it is. But yeah, the toys totally gave it away. They did a Funko Pop well before the release of this that announced Wiccan, so it kind of makes sense.
Basically, what the reason I get at that is because they have been playing so much with the fact that this is Billy, and there is so much history in the comic books about Mephisto being intertwined with that. So it does make sense to me that if she is actually Mephisto, that she would create this Billy to entwine everybody involved in that into the whole thing, where it's like we're kind of going to retcon it, and where you're going to be tortured and killed by the figment of Wanda's imagination, and that's how I'm going to get my revenge on you. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
It does. I think they're completely steering away from Mephisto. I thought maybe they were going to bring him in this season. I think there was also like kind of a spoiler that it was a previous red herring Funko Pop that never came into existence of Mephisto. Where they'd kind of like announced that he was coming in. But yeah, I think they just completely cut him out of this thing. But hey, we might get Death, which would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then I assume that Aubrey Plaza is sticking around for a while. Then I would hope, like, carry over into some of the movies, maybe.
They definitely said that there will not be a season 2 of Agatha, and they've been pretty brutal with taking out a bunch of the characters. So I fully believe that they are doing that. But it looks like this is actually the road to Young Avengers, and I wouldn't hate seeing the magic side of Young Avengers. So I don't know. I kind of want the Avengers to fail, and then we need to bring in the kids. I wouldn't hate it. I'm kind of over the old ones at this point.
Sure, absolutely. I think we need to. I mean, obviously they're trying to work towards a reboot of some sort. Maybe, I don't know. We just paid Robert Downey Jr. however much they're like $1 billion to play these roles.
There's a rumor out right now, and I'm not really covering it. I don't want to cover it because there's nothing. It's nothing but a rumor. But the word out there is that Captain Marvel will Brie Larson, that is, will play a significant role in the upcoming Avengers movies as one of the senior members of the Avengers. So
Okay.
we're probably going to get closer to the Young Avengers, just flat out being Avengers. I think they're gonna sidestep the Young Avengers and just make them full fledged Avengers as they go forward. And that's just speculation on my part, based on rumor. So it's a whole lot of nothing. The guy who plays Billy said they are not doing the Young Avengers story. So there you go. Look at that.
Mhm.
I
So
got a feeling with like everything that they've introduced Kate Bishop and now I forget all the other characters, it's got to be leading to something. I don't think they'd throw away like essentially like what 7 characters or something like that.
no, they're not
But
throwing away the characters,
maybe
but they're throwing away the idea of them being the Young Avengers. They're just going to make them
you
the full
say that.
Avengers.
I,
The
I
full
I could see this Battle World or the Void being a real strong part of that. I'm just saying I got a feeling that they are going that route, but we'll see. I think Billy's a little liar.
So, I mean,
What about the actor? Is the actor a liar?
No, he's just playing a part.
Okay.
so do you think that like because like you said, the Void, you think is going to play a crucial part going forward? You think that is
I
how
think
they're
it's going
going
to
to go?
essentially be Battle World, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But you could be right as well. So let's
Yeah, because
True.
I'm wondering if maybe the Void is like used as like a way to explain why like characters are coming and going, maybe, or like
I think it would.
why there is
And,
like some sort of rebootish, like here come the X-Men and blah 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 blah. And
well, I get a feeling Wanda's not gone. One of the Young Avengers, like kind of main storylines, once they get Billy and Tommy, is they have to find Wanda. I got a feeling she's going to be pivotal to the reboot, but
okay,
we'll see.
yeah, I mean, God only knows. I don't know how much longer like I can keep going with all this. Like you said, I think the Cape shit is getting
Well, they're losing. They're
the
losing,
Marvel
right?
side for me, anyways.
They've already lost Pops, and
Yeah,
with
I
the whole
mean,
superhero
like
thing.
there's just so much in Marvel that you have to like. It seems like absorb now. It's just with all these shows and everything else, and now everything's leading back to Robert Downey Jr. for whatever reason. I have no clue where we're going with all this.
I think RDJ is a Hail Mary pass, is what that is, and I don't know exactly how that's going to work out.
But it's just so
Apparently he's already filmed some scenes for Marvel and for something that's coming up. So he's already put some stuff in the can, according to the rumor mill.
yeah,
So who knows
it's
what's
a
gonna
lot.
happen. I know that Marvel is not in the best place financially. But that's not what we talk about here. So
But that's pretty much almost everybody in Hollywood, isn't it? All these big
yes, it
studios with these recent bombs.
you know what else is dying in Hollywood? It's
Uh,
DVDs and
oh,
what's coming out on DVDs. Not a whole lot of them are producing new media, but some folks still are.
and what are they giving us?
What a segue. What a segue. Here we go.
Oh, they're giving us the
Hop right
Legend of
in.
Vox Machina.
Oh,
Oh.
no. Why is that there? Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. New to DVD. Right there. Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out. Too bad Pops was not able to stick around while we talk about the what's new to DVD. Yeah. You'll get to see the Wade Wilsons and the Logans do their things in on DVD now at home if you feel so inclined. There may even be some behind the scenes since you're not going to be getting them from Redbox anymore. That used to lack all that backstory stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, pick up your copy, own it at home. Do you guys enjoy this movie?
I did. I had a good time with this movie. It was the most interesting, comic book movie that I've seen come out of Marvel in a while. It's not the greatest movie or the perfect movie. I still like Deadpool 2 a little bit better than this, but yeah, this was right up there. It's It's good. It's a good time.
Yeah, Gray. There were no capes in this one.
True. I think it's my second favorite portrayal of Wolverine on screen, and then I dug it a little bit more than Deadpool 2. So they pleasantly surprised me. I don't know if I'd say it's cinema, but man, is it a good popcorn flick.
Yeah, it's a good
It
time.
impressed me more than a lot of Marvel actual movies in the longest time.
Yes.
So hell yeah, I'm pro this movie.
Yeah, there we go. Also, Twisters came out. It's coming out this Tuesday. If you didn't get to see that, while you were on the Xfinity and the Fandango and the Prime Videos and the Apples and the YouTubes and everywhere else you get your streaming media, you can get your copy, now, coming Tuesday. And by the way, if you go to rosales.comics.com/Sunday and you find this particular article, you can click through to actually purchase your stuff if you want to. So I've included links this time around so that those who are ready to make their purchase can go ahead and financially imbibe, if you will.
Wow, that is mighty whitey, sir.
Wide or white?
White.
Okay. Just want to be sure.
Mighty white, yes.
Gray,
never do a fat joke here.
What did you think about Twisters? Awesome.
Sorry, I had dogs barking. They're still barking. I apologize about that.
No, we love
Twisters wasn't horrible, but if you've seen the first one, it's like that, only it lacks a lot of the heart. And no Bill Paxton, which sucks. And no Helen Hunt either. So it's weird who they got to return. But that being said, it's kind of a popcorn movie. You'll probably enjoy it if you like the first one.
Yeah, I don't remember if Glenn Powell took off his shirt or not.
I think you get to see bicep at least, but I'm not sure if you get to see pectorals.
Oh.
So, yeah. So there's that. There are plenty of other Glenn Powell movies where he goes shirtless. So
Sure.
but if you're a fan of the Glenn Powell, this is definitely a one to pick up.
Yes. Oh,
and the one that nobody will be buying.
Yes. There's still a link of it. No, I didn't put a link there. I would not torture you with that. But yeah, it'll be available.
Wow.
By today.
Who thought of the
request your refund
marketing?
tomorrow.
Yeah, up in the top left there. Don't text Borderlands to this number. Don't worry, because nobody is going to.
Yeah, they would have had much better success by saying the government doesn't want you to see this film.
Yeah. Absolutely. Why would whoever did that should be fired immediately? Because nobody went to see the movie. You might as well put that up there. Like, don't buy the DVD. If you want to, it's there, but don't.
You got to
The
wonder
DVD that nobody wanted you to buy.
Involvement Eli Roth actually had with the production.
Oh man,
how much of it?
Well, they're not even telling you that in the call thing at the bottom. Look at it. It's from the producer of Uncharted, Spider-Man, and Venom. Why isn't this from the mind that brought you Cabin Fever and other horror movies you probably didn't see?
He did fight to get his name kind of taken off of it, and he did not come back for reshoots.
So he Alan Smithied himself here, huh?
He tried to, but they wouldn't let him completely take it off.
Yeah, Alan Smithy is no longer being able to use. The Directors Guild has outlawed that.
I know. It's sad. There's only like a couple movies that I've actually seen an Alan Smithy credit of, and you don't get them no more. Hey, but this movie. I enjoyed this movie a lot. Yeah,
I didn't hate it either.
Really yeah. Well, there's oh darn it, no link. Sorry. Only some of them, I guess. I created links for. I need to go back and fix this one. Gretchen reluctantly leaves her American home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Arriving at the future residence, something doesn't seem right in this tranquil vacation paradise. Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret that concerns her own family.
Yeah.
So
it's really interesting.
Who's this actress? Hunter Schafer, I believe it is.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
She was very good, though.
It sounds to me, I don't know who she is, but she sounds like she's related to somebody. You know?
You're thinking she's a nepo baby, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But that's possible. I mean, the odds of that are probably really good. But whoever she is related to, if that be the case, they did a good job. The genes definitely got passed down because it was her character was very very well played by her, and the movie itself is just kind of weird and kind of out there at first, and but I don't know, in a weird way, it's got a great charm to it, and it just kind of goes in a wild direction at the end there, and I had so much fun with it. It wasn't a movie I was expecting to be on my list for 2024, but it definitely is on the positive side for sure.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
as far
Great.
as horror goes, it's very stylized and it has like a very well made atmosphere. I dug it as well.
And it seems to be one to include in your physical library. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
these things wind up disappearing sometimes into the ether if they're only allowed to stay in a digital format.
Yeah. But
So we encourage people to go out and grow their physical media.
yeah,
They
and
can have their own
that
back.
is Hunter Schafer. Just to confirm what you were saying, that is the actress's name. She was in the Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Kinds of Kindness. She was also in Euphoria as well. So she's been out there for a little while doing things.
Yeah.
She's definitely a good actress because I love Euphoria.
So she earned her starring role then.
Yeah, yeah, and of course, if I remember correctly, yes, this is also Dan Stevens is also in this, and of course, as always, anytime
This one?
Dan Stevens is in this movie, anytime Dan Stevens is in a movie, it's automatically like up 2 points for me because he is just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you should own it anytime that Dan Stevens is in a movie. So buy the
Yeah.
DVD.
Absolutely,
DVD.
100% recommended on this.
Sunday wrap up approved.
Yes,
And then Oddity.
Oddity.
Excuse me, my tongue is dry. After Danny is brutally murdered, her blind occultist twin sister Darcy goes after those responsible using inherited haunted items as her tools of revenge.
Oh, I
Heard
think I
nothing but
watched
good
this.
things about this one. It looks really cool. The cover has this interesting kind of doll creature on it. But man, I've heard nothing but good things. I'm super excited to see this one. Haven't done it yet, sadly.
Yes, you
I'm
can.
looking this up real quick to make sure that this is what I seen.
It's
And
something
yes,
you
it
could
is.
watch on AMC with a 7-day free trial, or you can rent the movie from Amazon for upwards of $2.98 now, apparently on
Yes.
sale. And
This is a very good movie. This is another 100% recommend. Definitely great. Definitely get around to seeing this because I think you'll like it. It is it's very suspenseful in the way that it's the way that the story's set up. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is it's a really good like horror thriller. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
I love the idea of introducing the haunted items as a tool for revenge. That seems to me like a something that hasn't been done yet and is worth actually investigating.
Yeah, it's the story itself is very interesting. And it just it kind of goes in with the haunted items is it I don't know if it would go in a direction you would normally think it would or that you would expect. But it definitely is creepy and the whole setup of the story is just really really good and makes you think a little bit. So it's
Not having
highly
seen the movie or really knowing anything other than what I've just read right here,
yeah.
I'm taken back to the haunted items I've seen in the old Hammer films, where you get the monkey's paw or the delivery of a box that has a button on it. Where
We got like an amalgamation of those type of things. Yes, it sort of
Yeah.
is like that. And
I
it
think
but
there
it
are
works.
consequences involved to using the items, at least in those old movies.
Yeah.
Like
This was almost a movie for me like Strange Darling in the way that I got lost in the story. Like this actually like it sucked me in and I was invested.
That's
In
awesome.
what
Yeah.
was going on.
I
Yeah.
gotta watch this right away then.
Yeah, I'm not saying like it's like I don't know if I would say like it's
No, I think I
this
get
is
what you're saying
probably
though.
in the
If it
top 5
engages
for me
you
of the
like
year.
that,
Yeah,
I'm down.
it does. Like I don't know, it's just one of these movies that I've me and my buddies, we usually get together. Now that football season's on, we're usually together for that. But usually our once a week hangout is just a movie day where we try and watch shit that all three of us haven't seen, which is usually pretty difficult. But we've stumbled across movies like this, and like just another refreshing movie. That is just like it's so like it seems so original, but like it's just awesome, and just the way everything's executed. The acting is very well done. All the actors in it are very good, and again, highly recommend. 100% definitely go see and definitely buy it. It's worth the money out there.
Worth the
Yeah.
money out there, yeah.
Yeah,
Because you can buy the movie for $10.98 streaming, and I'm
yeah,
pretty sure the DVD is just as affordable. So
yeah,
coming out on
Well,
Tuesday.
that sounds like a deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can literally get your 7-day free trial of AMC Plus and just
Yeah.
use that to watch it, and then cancel right away.
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to be a cheapskate like that, and uh, which a lot of people just can't afford new stuff. Finally, we got Sling. Yeah, finally, yes, staff writer. Thank you, staff writer. Finally, we got Slingshot. It's a psychological thriller following an elite trio of astronauts aboard a years-long mission to Saturn's moon Titan. As they gear up for a dangerous slingshot maneuver, one astronaut struggles to maintain his grip on reality.
Ooh,
And this
It
has
looks really good. You got Casey Affleck, the dude who played Frenchie in The Boys, and now I'm forgetting his name. The lovely Larry, Mr. Morpheus himself.
yes.
Lawrence Fishburne. It looked awesome to me, and for some reason I still haven't seen it. So I will have to pick up this DVD for the low price of $16.19.
yes.
Yeah, not bad.
If you happen to be on the website, you can follow the link right there. That'll go right to it. So
Yeah.
there's no searching involved on the Amazon.
Yeah.
And, it's a little bit of an affiliate link. So I might get like 0.5 cents
Yeah.
or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yes.
But yes, every click through helps. So go out there and get your sci-fi on, get your horror on,
Yes.
get your masterpiece on. And then there's
Don't
that.
text that number and
And-
don't buy that movie.
And then there's this and that and the other. So this
Yeah.
I don't think needs any help selling. I
You
think
know-
it's going to do fine on its own.
Yes, but this is I think this has been one of the best slates of new to DVDs that we've had in a while.
Absolutely, yeah.
We
it's,
have some
DVD
highly
season,
recommended
yes.
stuff here. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
there's
go out
actually a
and-
recommendation or two. That's
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, and again, these are both the movies that were recommended, Cuckoo and Oddity. They're kind of in that vein of like the like I said, like the Strange Darling, in the sense that I don't think they're getting the recognition they deserve, because I think they are just such good films and refreshing films that we need from time to time, that aren't $250 million flops or just barrage of big budget bullshit. Really good, like decently low to mid budgeted movies that everybody really should be seeing, because they are just that good, that well made. Maybe this guy can confirm that. Charles, have you seen either Oddity or fuck, now I forgot the other movie. This is why you
I have
don't
not
get
seen
high,
Fuck
kids.
Now I Forgot.
Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen Cuckoo, yes.
Cuckoo.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Cuckoo?
I didn't hate it.
I mean, that is about as good a review as you can get from anyone, especially somebody with the esteem of Charles. Like, so that is a rave review.
Well, do you know what isn't being talked about with that movie? And I'm thinking maybe we're getting better at things. That actress is a trans actor.
Yes.
And that's not part of the discussion, and it shouldn't be.
No.
And
No. And
even though I'm making it part of the discussion.
Yes, you're talking about it right now. But yeah, it really has no bearing, and it makes
Right.
no difference.
And you know what? That's can we just make that baby step and just
Absolutely.
talk about the movie? That's all. But
well,
yeah,
she does a fantabulous job in the movie
Indeed.
anyway. So
Indeed.
it like you,
There you go.
yeah.
It's
And,
As well as in the other stuff she's in. Like
I
mentioned
guess for the sake of argument, there was a call online for the final girl to be replaced with a final man.
earlier. There you go. We got our wish.
Two stones.
Best of both worlds.
Two
Yeah.
birds with one stone. One
Yes.
film. Cuckoo puts it on its head by doing the unthinkable without anybody knowing it.
Yeah.
Cheers to them.
Have you talked about the weekend yet? The box office?
We have not talked about the box
Okay.
office. We
Okay.
did go over what was released, but we haven't talked about the box office.
Right.
Now that we have Charles here, let me get where I'm
Oh
supposed to go.
God.
Darn it.
The
Apologies.
fucking panda.
Oh,
Jackie
well,
Chan's panda.
yeah, the Panda movie.
Oh yeah, don't worry, that'll be number one.
Panda
on your
Plan with
chart,
Jackie
Charles.
Chan. You're not sure
Plan with
about
Jackie-
that? You didn't hear
I'm
about that,
not
man?
familiar. No.
It's
me go
about
back
to
to
take
it.
over.
Jackie Chan?
Yep.
Panda Plan with Jackie Chan. Yeah, this is what came out this week. And I highlighted specifically because it came from our good friends at Well Go USA.
I'll
Oh,
go fuck
that's
yourself.
That's yeah, we're not getting it in theaters, I don't think.
Yes, it's
Look at that big bold letters in theaters October 18th, which was like yesterday or 2 days
it
ago.
won't be there for too long, and you can still watch it on their website. But yeah, Panda Plan is out in theaters, and we talked about that. So, but you were probably going to tell us about Smile or something else.
Yes.
Yeah, what news do you got?
So, in the top 5, again, these are
Oh,
only
boy.
estimates.
Sure.
In the top 5, there is only one film featuring a clown.
Yes, and it's my favorite clown film of the year. Because it's not
so
Joker 2,
don't have a picture of it.
if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Terrifier 3 is in third for right now.
Oh,
with
third.
9.3. Yeah, Terrifier.
Yeah.
I'm a moron, don't mind me.
Terrifier. That was
Yes,
the
there you
French
go.
film. The French release. Terrifier.
Yeah,
So
Wild
it's
Robot
gotta-
is refusing to die, even though it's out on home media.
Dude, it's a premise that cannot be beat. It's a robot Meeseeks that likes animals. Come on.
Oh yeah, you told me that, and I keep meaning to get around to that, but I have a ridiculous amount of horror movies that I need to soak up my dumb brain.
So let's start at number 5 and work our way to number 1 there. If you don't mind
Okay,
that, Charles.
sure. Number 5 is We Live in a Time, which is an A24 movie, which I think that is the Spider-Man and oh, what are you in? I'm sorry, sweetheart. She was in Oppenheimer. She was also in that wrestling movie about Paige. Help me out, guys.
Oh God.
Fighting with My Family.
Yeah, Fighting with Family.
You
What is
just
her
flushed
name?
that out of our brains. We all know who she is.
Yeah.
We've seen her before, and we know.
Help!
But her name has gone now. It's out. It's no longer in the ether.
You're gonna say it, and I'm gonna feel really dumb.
Oh,
really
that's
dumb.
not Florence Pugh, is it?
It
Yes,
is.
it
It is. It is.
Oh
Thank
God.
you.
Oh, so this
You're
is the
welcome.
Garfield Pew one. I'm sorry, I didn't join in.
Yes. Thanks for nothing, Gray. Yeah, We Live in a Time. It's in 5th with an estimated 4.1 million on only 985 screens, which is kind of impressive. That's second place for the per theater. Sorry,
it should. It sounds like the kind of movie that they should do, like Godzilla. Where it's like, it's doing better than we expected. Let's put it on more theaters next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those change of pace movies where I've seen the trailer and it seems like it gives a lot away. She hits him in a car, and then they fall in love after she feels sorry for him and tells him at the hospital that she's sorry. And like it's a romance story. That's really it.
I mean, it worked for the McFlys.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, I'm thinking, where does that sound so familiar? Like they're just stealing from Back to the
There was
Future.
also another movie. There was another movie that's kind of similar, but it was kind of a comedy. And when I say it's similar, it has absolutely nothing in common with it, other than the fact that somebody was involved in an accident that the female was involved with. Except in this particular film, she pretended to be his new wife.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
She got
but I can't
involved
think of
with
the
their
name.
family.
It does sound like Overboard.
It does sort of sound like
his family. He was in a coma, and then he wasn't in a coma, but he had amnesia, so he didn't.
Is it a Brittany Murphy
While you were
movie?
sleeping.
While you were
sleeping.
Sandra
While
Bullock.
you were sleeping.
Sandra Bullock,
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind
Bill
of.
Pullman was in that too.
Yeah, and then there was the guy with the pretty eyes.
Bill
What's his
Pullman.
name? No,
Charles
not
Patterson.
no, not him.
I was not in that.
Dylan McDermott. He's probably not even in that movie, but I don't know.
Dermot Mulrooney.
McDreamy.
How many pretty eyes are there out there? I mean,
Oh,
what
it's
lot.
Hollywood, baby.
pale blue eyes that with the long lashes and the thick eyebrows.
Have you not watched Grey's Anatomy?
No, I've not watched Grey's
Dreamy?
Anatomy.
Yeah,
I got that on my
Dr.
list
McDreamy.
right behind The Wire.
Listen, I can't believe you. It's still. I'm so offended. Like it really. You don't understand. Like that. You know what? That ruins my day more if I get a Bills loss. It really does. Like I'm gonna be doubly pissed that my team lost and Rosales has never watched the fucking Wire.
I'm
Like,
glad.
Now,
you
I got
should be
one
sent-
one episode
David
before
Chase.
the Bills play, so that if they lose, I can come back and say, "Relax, I saw episode 1 of The Wire."
I mean, if that would make me
bring
so
yourself
happy,
up.
it really would. Because just like even if you just watched one episode, I at least feel like semi okay. Like my heart is like, and you know what, Gray? I can't even get behind. Like it doesn't even matter that he doesn't even know or hasn't watched anything by David Chase, but it's The Wire, man. It's The Wire. Like that is one of the most like groundbreaking, to me anyways, pivotal shows. Yes, put my helmet on while I talk about this because this is just as important.
I love it, but I can understand if you've seen Sopranos and not The Wire.
I mean, yeah, but man, I don't know.
So
That's
what?
like
Was that also a cable TV show that I didn't watch?
it could be. I'm sure you
They're-
haven't seen
They're both
Oz then
home
either.
box office hits, if you will.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, you just can't
yes.
beat that HBO lineup.
So speaking
that
of
was
today,
That was number 5. Yes, go ahead.
we
please.
live in a time as
Yes,
in
anyway.
fifth with 4.1 million. In fourth, something you can watch at home as well. Beetlejuice with an estimated $5 million.
Really, it's still going.
Yes.
It's. I mean,
Yes.
good for it, but good for it, but
Good
wow.
for theaters.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess. Good for Jenna Ortega. Inexplicably, 2 of the top 5
Yeah.
are available to watch on VOD right now.
Well, you know, the turnaround has become so ridiculously short.
2
and
weeks, right?
It depends.
They have
Beetlejuice made over
backwards.
50.
They,
It was 30
you know,
days for Beetlejuice.
Okay.
they are doing so much to try to kill traditional television and cable television that they have sacrificed the turnaround time of movies to TV to video on demand to cable to direct
Sure.
streaming. That you know, they don't care anymore about who else needs to make money off of
Well,
these films.
Because
Yeah, but if
studios
you're
don't care if movies don't make
Yeah.
money. They don't care if the theaters make money because if they're cutting it straight to VOD, they're getting much more of that pie.
or
And that's
you're
all that
double
matters.
dipping though. Like I would say in the case of Warner Brothers here with Beetlejuice. I mean, it's still obviously doing good enough to be in the top 5, and it's on home release where you can buy it, rent it. So they're getting the best of both worlds, really. If
Sort
you have a
of.
movie that's good enough that's doing this, that has
It's-
sustainability in theaters.
So it's long enough in theaters so where you're probably getting a 50-50 split with
Mhm.
the theaters.
Theaters.
Sure.
So you're getting $5 out of $10 from a theater.
Yep.
But home, you're getting
20.
19
25.
out of 20.
Yeah.
So yes, but I don't think
Yeah.
they care about the theaters anymore.
No, and you know, the longer it plays in the theaters, the better it is. That's why we used to have the dollar theaters back
Yep.
in the day, and things would just keep running. Even though you could watch it on HBO at the dollar theater, you could watch it for 99 cents and see it in that big theater experience. You know,
I
because
mean-
they used to hold them in nurseries. I think that's what those dollar theaters were, is nurseries.
I mean,
They had kids in there and babies and strollers in the aisles,
I-
and sticky floors and popcorn.
I agree with Charles that they probably don't care as much about the theaters, but I think when they have a successful theater movie, they're definitely going to let it play out in the theaters while it's on home video because again,
they'll take the
wherever they
money.
can get exactly, they'll take the money. So I think you have the movies that were obviously will meet that 2 weeks to curb the spread type movies where if they don't do what they're doing, we'll just quickly throw it on demand there and on digital so we can get whatever we can get. But yeah, obviously they will keep these movies like Beetlejuice that are still in the top 5 and making some money for them there. And
Mhm.
I'm sure it's doing good on home sale. waffles as well. I'm being played off. So, I guess, guys. Thanks for having me. It's been great, everybody. I'd like to thank my parents.
Let's just what was number 4 again? It was
Beetlejuice.
And what was number 3?
Terrifier 3 with 9.3 million.
Is it going up or going down? Because I think I get the feeling that it's actually going up. No?
No. It's on more screens. It's on 248 more screens, but it dropped 51% from last week.
Still less than Joker 2.
True. Not an 80% drop. Good for Terrifier.
Jesus, 80%. 80%.
And that was with subtitles.
80.
And so what's number 2 now?
The Wild Robot with $10 million.
Yeah.
Nice.
That movie is
10 million for 2.
Dude,
it's just eking out Terrifier 3 in third.
The drop from last week, again, this is available on VOD, was 28%.
Way less than
People
Joker.
are just going. They don't care.
And this has got to really minds of studios, because there's no real one thing you can hang your hat on and say, okay, this is what Terrifier and Wild Robot and Wolverine and Deadpool have in common, and this is why people are going back. There's not one thing really that draws them all together, I don't believe.
Choice.
I could be wrong here, but I do want to bring this up that because of the robot movie here, could these numbers be a little bit not untrue, but a little bit skewed in? Well, I'm saying that because I could be wrong, but I heard that this robot movie, that there were a lot of teenagers who would not normally be able to get in Terrifier 3.
Oh!
For this movie.
Sure. Yeah, I read that.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. That. So if that is true, I'm thinking that maybe the reason that the robot movie is in second place is because you have this influx, possibly. I don't know how many teenagers under 18.
I did read that article. Yeah, where people were paying for Wild Robot and sneaking into
Terrifier, which obviously they're not going to get the credit for number wise, but Terrifier could possibly be the number 2 movie if the money was going in the right direction.
I would agree with that.
If there is that many kids that are actually doing that, which I don't know how many there are.
It's this thing that since they're selling by the seat now,
yes,
I think inflating the marketplace, for lack of a better definition, is bad. And this started. Well, I guess it started as far back as something like Ghostbusters 2016 or Captain Marvel, where there was accusations of studios buying seats to make it look like it was fuller than it was.
And Terrifier didn't have the pay it forward plan going on with the seat.
And that's a thing where I don't know if they have some version of the FCC or no, not FCC. What's the Wall Street one? SEC. SEC, right. If you're concerned about someone making money that shouldn't be, maybe they would look into that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's concerning. Because this has always been done. Kids have been... I did that when I couldn't get into rated R movies when I didn't have a parent or a guardian to take me. You'd buy a ticket for a movie, a lesser movie.
I just didn't pay for either, to be honest with you.
No, we used to do back in the day. I don't know if this was with Charles, but 5 guys would put together the money for one ticket, and then walk around. 4 guys would walk around the back of the building, and one guy buys the ticket to the Disney movie, and then they go to the theater where they're showing the Psycho movie, if you will, and not Psycho. More like Friday the 13th, and then let the other 5 guys in because you would pick up a guy along the way. So one guy got in without pitching in.
I don't know. We didn't have him that
stay
much
at the theater the whole day. You go in the afternoon. You leave. You go in lunchtime. You leave at dinner time because you're hitting multiple theaters and you're watching multiple movies from the middle to the beginning.
Sure. Yeah,
and
we
then,
never did anything like that. We just tried to sneak into the movie that we wanted to see
yeah,
and just
chicken
see
shit.
it and leave.
You thought
No,
low.
well,
You weren't thinking.
I guess. Well, I mean, listen. When I was doing that, that was at a time movie theaters were still having people walk around with tin cans in their hand for the fucking Jimmy Fund. For God's sakes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew somebody would get that. At least one person got that reference. Thank you.
Yeah. Will Rogers too. Didn't they do Will
Yeah.
Rogers for a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
All sorts of shit. Jerry Lewis still. Those were the only like 3 commercials that you would get in a movie as compared to now, where it's like sitting at home, which is always going to be a huge gripe in me, where I'm literally just watching ads in a movie theater because they have to subsidize their income.
Somebody
But,
learned this
yeah.
from the churches. I don't know. They're
obviously.
fucking around. That's what they're
But
doing.
I don't know. People still used to walk the aisles back then and check and make sure if let me see your ticket and bullshit like that. So like we couldn't always get away with it, but the ones we did, that's what we did. The same as what they're doing here. Buy your Disney movie ticket and go and see, Freddy's Dead.
To your question, I am worried about the bigger issue of studios figuring out the loophole. Because if I'm big bad studio and I'm making R-rated movie that I know people are going to be interested in, that same weekend I release something that has no budget whatsoever. As like a front to
help.
All right, if people are going to go into this, let me advertise this front for people to buy tickets for when they go to see other things. And that's a problem.
I mean, I guess it depends on how big that group
That's
of people
brilliant.
doing that does. I mean,
that's brilliant. I was thinking there was some kind of Barbenheimer connection where 2 opposing movies were making bank at the same time but I didn't even cross my mind that one was fronting for the other one. That's a brilliant idea.
And I don't know if this has like any connection like that.
They used to advertise movies like that where they would be like, also playing at this theater, in a commercial, a double hitter.
Yeah.
Or,
But a studio, if you're thinking about honest money making, why would a studio want to compete with itself?
True.
It does not make sense.
Does not make sense.
Why you?
If you're making movies, you're not looking to make honest money.
I know.
Luckily, I don't think the same studios made these 2 movies. So
no, right.
So
you're
at
right.
Least it's helping out this other studio here a little bit with their numbers. But like I said, I guess it really depends on how big that pool is of kids that are doing this. Does it get big enough to where, like you said, studios take notice and be like, okay, yeah, we can possibly do something here? Or, I mean, I don't know, get rid of the fucking rating system. I mean, it's 2024.
That seems
or
radical,
lower the ages.
How else would we put gates up? So I don't know. When
16
you
and
look at
above
like some of the
for R-rated movies.
I think it's 17 without. I don't know. I forget.
It's weird.
Last time it was
18.
It is 18
And then
without. If you don't have an adult or
17's
guardian,
worse, but you could be 17.
you have to
watch,
be 17.
So you could be 17, watch NC-17, but you could
Well,
be 17 and a half and not watch an R? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, because okay, so I guess the thing is, because an R is you can have a parent or a guardian who signs off on it. An NC-17, you have to be minimum 17 to get in, whereas an R, you can get in almost any age.
Well, and they know you're not going to bring
theoretically
with you to
with a parent, because when I went and seen when I saw the Nightmare on Elm Street remake in theaters, I'll never forget this, because me and my buddy went and we were high as hell and we were laughing our balls off because this lady came in, this black lady came in and she sat down. She brought her kids, and when I say kids, I mean like little, like 5, 6, 7-year-old kids.
Why
and
she
if
got
you know, because that's what she was. So I'm making sure we get all the details of the story because it makes it funnier. So if you know how that movie starts, it starts with one of the characters in a diner who falls asleep, and then naturally Freddy. No, it's not the Kyle kid. It's not the kid who's in all these other good movies.
In Twilight.
Is he a Twilight? I guess so. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the actor's name offhand, but needless to say, it could be.
It's not Jacob. It's the beefy wolf. Guy.
Yeah, and he's got like a very square jaw.
He'd be Team Jacob, right? He's not
he
going.
Probably would.
Oh, he lived with what's his cock?
Was he a vampire or was he a werewolf?
Yeah. I'm looking it up because it's bothering me now. And
All
it's
right,
not
well-
like Florence Pugh. I'm not going to know his
Okay.
name.
Well, while you're looking
well,
at
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't him. But Jackie Earl Haley was at least in the scene. And in that scene, you know, Freddy kills him, but then represented in the real world, he takes a steak knife to the throat and gives himself a nice big smile. So the moment that like, because we had, when we seen this lady come in, we're like, what's going on here? What is she doing? And then when that happened, the moment that happened, immediately stood up. Now we're getting the fuck out of here. Give me my money. You could hear her in the lobby, like demanding her money back, like, because it was just such a dumb, like, idiotic thing. I mean, it was hysterical. That movie sucked, but that was the best part of seeing that film. Because, like, what are you thinking? Bringing in, like, what were you expecting? It's a Nightmare on Elm Street, not a Nightmare on Sesame Street. It's not like a kid's horror movie. It's a Nightmare on Elm Street. Even worse, where this one portrayed him as a child molester more heavily. Just a child killer. So now, like, what are you doubly doing here? But it was just so hysterical that she was so upset by the fact that this was like the first scene of the movie. Like, what the fuck is this shit, motherfucker? Give me my money back. Just so pissed off. Just so pissed off. Which was great because it saved us from have anybody talking for the like other 2 hours of the movie that we had to sit through. So we got to enjoy it.
The actor was Kellen Lutz for the
well, he did a great job.
So you said number 2 was at 10 million. So what was number 1? Was there a huge chasm between those, or was just box office down this week?
By about double. Smile 2 is number 1, the week's new release. The current estimates are at $23 million for the weekend, which is over, Gray. We predicted otherwise.
I think I went under. I think
did Lindsay go over?
Said over.
Damn it!
I think so.
Damn it! I hate it when Lindsay's right. But yeah, if you are eagle-eyed or eagle-eared, you notice I did not say Joker Folie à Deux in that top 5 because it isn't.
Oh no! Where did it drop?
It may not be in 6th. Because this happened last week when
we're still top 10 though. I mean,
yes,
that's a victory.
So as of right now, it's in 6th with 2.18 million estimate. However, Piece by Piece is in 7th with 2.1 million estimate as well. Last week, Joker was estimated in 3rd and actually ended up in 4th. Because of like the estimates were too close, and here the estimates are only 80,000, which
there's been a problem with that movie. Everyone overestimates the Joker.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's in 7th this week when all is said and done.
Is it I know you broke this down on your other stream the other night. Is it still making over $100 a screening? For its screens? I know it's like one of them
the
real good
different.
details you brought up.
Weekend's different. But it is the second lowest performer in the top 10 for the weekend, with the lowest performing film per screen.
Oh boy!
Nightmare
Do you think
on
it'll
Elm
still
Street.
be in theaters when it comes to video on demand?
Oh, I think theaters will begrudgingly hold it, but I think it's going to be on Max before the end of the month.
It's if the per screen, it's like 4 or 5 people are going to that movie per screening.
So wait, you buried, you stepped on the reveal here. The lowest performing per screen average is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a 30-year-old movie.
Wow.
So it's out now.
So how is Coraline beating that?
Oh, Coraline's
Coraline
gone.
was killing it.
Coraline's
I know,
gone.
but it was killing it over the summer.
Joker Folie à Deux is making $763 per screen.
Oh,
which is
hell
lower
yeah.
than
We're making a comeback.
Saturday Night, making $771. Transformers 1 $906. Piece by Piece 1,121. Beetlejuice 1,500.
Damn.
Wild Robot 2,600. Terrifier 3 3,300. We Live in a Time 4,200. Smile 2 6,300.
So did I miss what the first movie was? The number one
Smile.
movie was Smile.
Smile 2 as well.
I didn't see the first one, but I don't see a grin being more terrifying than Terrifier.
Maybe people paid for that and went into Terrifier as well.
Anybody know anything about the Smile movie? They can.
Yeah, the first one was pleasantly surprising. I thought it was going to be like Truth or Dare, which is a really kind of cheesy version that kind of used the same thing where the characters would unnaturally smile. But man, this one, maybe it's because my expectations were low, but it was really refreshing. I enjoyed the first one.
Okay, well, let's.
I don't know where they'd go with the second one, but I hear it's better than Trap.
What's the deal with the Smile?
It's like a typical Japanese contagious horror thing.
Ooh.
Like if you experience something, you are going to suffer from it, and you have a certain amount of time to pass it along. Otherwise,
like a venereal disease.
Sure. Not unlike It Follows. Not unlike The Ring.
Okay.
So wait, Rosales, are you under the impression that a venereal disease goes away if you pass it on to somebody else?
It doesn't?
Listen, I get all my medical advice from North Africa.
Ouch.
Better kill the room.
Yes. Hey, that accurate joke really sucked. Yes.
Thank God I'm on screen for all of this. So that's the week in box office.
That's a week.
Venereal disease.
Let me
venereal disease.
Take it away, Rosales.
There, since I made references to virgins and albinos being sacrificed to cure sexually transmitted diseases.
I beg your pardon?
Finally.
Yeah, that's a After Dark joke, isn't it? Yeah.
Verbinos?
Yeah. Those are for Friday shows.
Yeah. No, my humor can skew a little bit dark on occasion, and oftentimes I'm the one who finds it funny. So.
Well, then you'll have to call this the Almost Dark Show then. The Before Dusk. That's what we should be.
You've never heard them stories, those horror stories about witch doctors taking pieces of albinos to cure diseases because they have magical properties to them. That's why they look so white and pale. And
it's amazing.
I mean,
makes sense. I've seen the movie Powder.
Right.
Using Vestal virgins to cure diseases that were transmitted sexually.
So what you're saying is the whiter you are, the more magic you are?
Yes, that's what they think, these witch doctors. So I've heard.
That's amazing.
Also, it's kind of like virgins are soap or an antiseptic, and they can clean you if you clean them.
You're saying sex is dirty?
Well, if you wind up with some sores.
Is that why the Queen of England ate babies? That's how she lived so long?
I don't know anything about that part. I didn't know she had a witch doctor.
Look it up. Alex Jones told me.
Alex Jones. They're eating babies. That's how she lives so long. It's they're eating babies, and it's the blood of the circumcised. That's what does it for you, right there.
Yep, exactly.
Sorry,
something about adrenochromes or something.
Yeah, adrenochrome. That's big now. I don't know why everybody's getting on that.
Being injected into the necks of Hollywood elites.
Wow. I thought that was only mutually exclusive to Fear and Loathing, but no, apparently that's going around now. It's getting out there.
They'd be better at it at this point.
Oh, look at that. Midsummer had an albino in it. Yeah, so there we go.
Spoilers. Just kidding.
Out now on streaming on demand. Midsummer, the albino. I think that was the original title.
And his one is albino.
Yeah, Midsummer and the Albino. There we go. So, oh look, there's my still picture again. it's back, and yeah,
Perfect.
one of those
Looks
days.
amazing.
One of
It's a
those
good one, though.
days. They sort of worshipped. So, yeah,
Bry's
it is
just
Sunday.
flipping the entire film.
It's Sunday, so if you're looking for a little bit of worship and you're fond of albinos, go out and watch Midsummer.
Yeah.
That's the recommendation from Bry this weekend. We love those
Could
recommendations.
do worse.
So, yeah, we it's our first time back on the Twitter. So,
Yes. Hello, Twitter.
Hi, Twitter.
good to be there, and
Please
we're
stop cursing.
still on the Rumble again this week. And
Yeah.
we did pretty good last week on the Rumble. I think we had like 67 views on
Oh, shit.
Rumble, so that's growing. That's
Yes.
growing. Kind of lost the quality on
It's rumbling.
camera right there.
Yeah, it happens. Got to iron out the kinks. That's all. Just some technical
iron out the
difficulties.
kinks.
That's all.
Iron
On the
King.
plus side, I figured out how to do this.
Yay.
Show
Yes.
videos.
Chillmonger's dog.
Chillmonger's Superman.
Am I supposed to understand this visual joke?
Why he got to be white?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were complaining about the dog being white.
Yes.
As an alien, he could be any color. So,
Yeah.
Wait,
I read him.
what?
Yes.
Not white.
I know.
There was
it sounds
colorism
ridiculous.
about the dog as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No joke.
So yeah,
Dog so
Oh,
white. Hashtag dog so white.
Yeah.
something like
Dog too white.
Why has he got to be so white, though?
well, there you go.
Because they sort of worshipped him.
Wait.
No, that
I don't care. I don't care.
You
I
don't-
know.
you
Like
don't-
it is.
not
It's
really.
so
Not really
ridiculous,
worth the
Charles. It is.
It was
It really
the
is.
effort I put into it. So
No.
there you go.
It's almost as upsetting as Rosales not seeing The Wire.
Yes, I have not seen The Wire.
Yeah, Rosales, how dare you?
How dare I? How dare I?
I own the box set. I haven't thrown one disc into the player yet.
Wow. I would be
Wow.
watching that.
But you saw
all the
it
time.
when it came out.
No.
Yes.
No.
You have not seen The Wire either?
No, it was one of those things where like it had like a really good sale where it was like $30 for the entire box set. I'm like, all right, you know what? I need to watch this eventually. Let me buy it. And
Yes.
I've never
That's
gotten
a
around to it.
steal.
I know.
There you
It's
go.
a $300 value.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
just
one
saying.
of those things where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this. Let me just
We're gonna have to do a stream. We're gonna have to do it as a stream, and we'll watch it. And
That's
react.
gonna take like 6 years.
No, it won't. They're only 1 hour episodes. You just watch like 10 hours at a time, and then you're good. You
Oh, is
get
that
through
all?
all like
Depending on who you talk to, you can skip season 2. It depends.
no. Season 2 is a great season. All the seasons are great.
That's what I'm saying. It depends who you talk to.
No, don't talk to those people who say that. They're assholes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
don't listen.
So-
Why are you one of those people, Gray?
I'm not. I enjoyed it. It is a little different. You got boats. You know, I wasn't expecting the boats, but
It's-
fair enough.
It's a
Baltimore's
good
near water.
evolution. Yeah, they have some water in Baltimore. It's okay. There can be
Yeah.
boats.
There was one that crashed into a effing bridge recently. Whoops.
Letting us know they're still there.
I will eventually watch The Wire. I don't know when I'll watch The Wire, but I did get
Mhm.
around to eventually watching Strange Darling.
Mm-hmm.
Which, believe it or not, if you follow this link through rosalescomics.com/Sunday and you find my review of Strange Darling, you can click through and get it for about $29, the Blu-ray. So
Nice.
that's available out there as well. It's not releasing on Tuesday, but it's available to buy now if you feel like it.
November 5th.
I started off with a rating of 2.5 out of 10 because I brought some emotional damage to my review. And once I was able to get over it and enjoy the film for what it was, I wound up with an eventual rating of 7.5 out of 10. So,
That sounds much more reasonable.
You did good, kid.
yeah. So,
But now you see why we don't generally rate things 10 minutes into them.
I did on Friday. I did go over my reasonings behind that and how I was doing more damage than good by having my experiences in judging film festivals kind of taint my view of it. And I go over it a little bit here as a critic of film festivals. I came into Strange Darling with my own set of demons, which I callously used to judge independent films. So, and I go on about that. Go there if you want to read my review of Strange Darling as well. Ooh, look at that. 3.9 stars out of 4 is what people on the Amazon are rating it.
Mhm.
So, if you're limited to 4 stars, 3.9 isn't too bad, I guess.
Might as well just give it the 0.1 and make it a 4. Why would they do that?
They're being fair and balanced.
I guess so.
Yes, there was a controversy about something like that in the Olympics, believe it or not. Back in the day, the people who had programmed the first digital scoreboard for the gymnastics did not set it up to do 10 because no one ever gets a 10. So they set it up to where it could only go up to 9. And then this Nadia Comaneci or somebody along those lines,
Russian.
if not her, somebody with equal
White.
stature. A white Russian? Yes, very good drink, this woman. She did a perfect 10, and everybody on the
Bo
judges'
Derek
score did 10. They voted 10, and the scoreboard read 9, and it devastated her because she knew she did a perfect performance on the bars, and the judges freaked out because they knew they didn't rate it like that. And so they eventually had to give her a 10 and fix the board, but it drew just like some ire from a lot of people.
Wow.
Controversy in the early 80s and or late 70s.
And people make a big deal about the Olympics, huh?
They used to.
Mhm.
They
still
used
do.
to.
Yeah, they used to be interesting.
Yeah.
There's a Turkish boxer that's going to be very rich thanks to the backlash.
Oh, yes.
I am not satisfied with my performance at the Olympics, but I am a strong woman. I will survive.
Oh, yeah, you will.
Oh, speaking of horrible racist, sexist jokes.
Yeah, hey. How's it going?
You know what? I've been growing as a person.
Sounds like
since the 2000s. Believe it or not, I used to be an asshole. And I used to tell racist jokes in public and things like that. Now I keep them private.
Thank God nobody's watching this.
But
talking about our Twitter views just went up by 100.
I was in the grocery store and I found myself being racist in the grocery store, and I realized it. And it was like a shocking light bulb moment in my head, because I'm going through and I'm looking at all the jarred sauces, right? You got your barbecue sauces, you got this kind of sauce, you got that kind of sauce.
Poupée.
And
yeah, the best of condiments. Can we guess your racism out of curiosity? Was it just like a random accent that you're using?
Yes, it was a random accent. Can anybody guess what it was?
Ooh. You're looking at
was it an Asian accent when you were looking at the sauces, perhaps?
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding.
Soy sauce, huh?
No, it wasn't soy sauce.
Oh.
And my voice will carry.
Sauce?
My voice will carry. So when I said Kung Pao sauce, it really went all over the place.
Wow.
And I heard myself at that exact same time. And I was like, I turned, I looked at my wife who was walking away very quickly. And I said, I don't need to be doing that. And she ignored me for like the next 10 minutes. And even when I was putting stuff in the basket, she would not even look at me.
See,
that might inspire me to get some Kung Pao sauce, though. If I just hear that, just through the ether, it's like, it's been a while since I've done Kung Pao.
Yeah. But no, you got to be aware of yourself. You got to be aware of your surroundings, and for God's sakes, hear yourself before your mouth opens. Because if you're waiting for your mouth to open like I do, you only hear yourself the same time as everybody else does, and there's no time for you to plan ahead and stop yourself from saying the things that you say. So it's better not to
But
say
at the
anything at all.
same time, you should be able to, like, you are being humorous. At the same time, people should be able to understand that, maybe this person has a sense of humor and they're
Yeah,
just
but
joking.
who am I being humorous for?
Yourself.
Donald Trump and Mickey Rooney? Yeah, I don't think that I was trying to find it humorous. I was amusing myself. Don't get me wrong. I was definitely amusing myself, looking at the items and talking out loud. And it's like, oh, yes.
I can't tell you how many times I've eaten some sort of Italian food, or, when I'm in England and their pasta is just awful. They're closer to Italy and their pasta sucks.
You don't like ketchup?
In Denmark, they literally put ketchup on pasta.
Get out of here.
Literally put ketchup on pasta.
Get them out.
Get him out. Get out. Go back to Denmark.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, every time I see like an Italian meat specifically, like I got to go into like stereotypical,
Yeah.
like gabagool.
Yeah. With the gabagool. Like it's.
Yeah, but
Like,
even
you got
that
the
is less racist than what I did.
But it's not like specifically a person that
Yeah,
you're
but
saying.
you're not doing it to somebody. You didn't walk up to an Asian
Yeah.
and go, "Oh, Charlie Chan, or
Yeah,
whatever."
you're not really. You're not targeting someone with that. You're just using a stereotype.
Yeah,
I don't think
well,
it's
soy
racist
sauce,
so much as a stereotype.
Yeah, it's not like I walked behind somebody who's in the grocery store and started going, "Ma-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na."
Just keep digging. You'll get there eventually.
It would be bad if you were like, if you stood in the grocery store and saw like a couple of Asians looking at some Asian sauce bottles and were like, talking out loud and being like, look at them zipper heads over there.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I think we can agree that would be bad. But on the other side of the spectrum, if you're singing along to like everybody was kung fu fighting, is that offensive now?
I stopped myself before I got to the because I have while I was cooking going we'll add this ingredient, we'll add that ingredient, and while I'm cooking in my own kitchen by myself because nobody in this house helps me cook, I would say, and I'll add 2 tablespoons sesame oil. And
Well, then is it offensive if like when I'm putting seasoning on my stuff, I go like bam or whatever the hell Emerald used to do?
Do you touch women while you do that?
Not always.
Eat your food with that mouth, mister.
But why is it okay for someone of color to say, "Oh, I'm a white guy. Look, I'm a white guy," or like it's stereotyping.
It is.
And are you offended if you sound like that? Like that's just it's a way of like humorously telling people what the thing they're describing is.
Yes.
I think we're being a little too difficult with
I think it's humorous that I look like this and I sound like this, which is totally different. When people come up to me, they expect me. I have people all the time coming up and saying "Hola," and hey, how long did it take you to learn English? And, what part of Mexico are you from?
I need my yard done. How much?
Let me see your immigration papers. Stuff like that, right? Are you here legally?
Do you have a hard time when you hang out at Home Depot parking lots?
Right? Does everybody
like
stop and ask
tacos.
you, hey,
I'll tell you how many times I've earned like $35 a day. There we go. I got to move. Oh, I'm moving now.
Oh my God.
No good, senor. No good, senor.
Yeah. I mean,
I can't do it.
I wouldn't say you're racist. I mean, it's just it's just something I think everybody does that. I think it's fair to say, Again, I gave
No.
an example already, but it's not like you walked up to a Vietnamese couple and was like, hey guys, I like my Vietnamese like I like my grilled cheese sandwiches, yellow and melted. You didn't say that, so you're
No, but
fine.
I think the point of this story is that I used to be intentionally offensive. Like I said, I was an asshole. I used to be intentionally offensive to people, and now I'm trying not to be offensive to people.
Now you're just accidentally an asshole.
Incidentally an asshole, yes. So, and I'm working on that, and I encourage other people to do so as well at their own
Like
time.
me,
I'm
yeah,
not going
well,
to.
you are a better man than me then, because I just say what comes to mind. I am. It's too much nowadays. Everybody's so offended by everything that it just, even if you do something like that in public or say
Yeah.
inappropriate things in public, like which I do often, at the detriment to anybody who's usually around me and not myself, because I don't care. If
I'm
you're
not
doing
going to call
something
out.
in humor, that's one thing. Like Charles was saying, I'm always of the theory that if it's humor, if you're trying to be humorous or trying to be funny, that it's either got to all be okay or none of it is, because
Yeah.
you can't just pick and choose.
I'm of the mentality, listen, nobody's perfect. Let's all laugh at each other.
Exactly, and everybody's got a stereotype. Every race, religion, creed, it doesn't matter. There's a stereotype for everybody. But again, there's a difference between doing that and then genuinely in a hateful way saying some egregious shit to somebody, or being mean spirited, not even joking, but even if you were doing what you were doing, but like I said, mean spirited and making fun of people around you, that is completely different.
Well, yeah, there's also the problem of people receiving humor as
well, yes, because which everybody does today. Everybody receives humor as okay.
But when
You made
Bob
a
goes
joke
around
that you're
saying,
really
"I like my cheese the way I like my women, yellow and at an affordable price,"
me love you long time
in between two pieces of bread.
Yes.
grilled.
Yeah, I mean, if you weren't demonetized before, I think I got you there now.
Thanks, Bob.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Bob.
That's why the disclaimer's here at the beginning of the show.
Were you accidentally offensive to somebody out in public, out in the comments? Let us know in the comments how you accidentally.
Tell us what the
offended
thing you
somebody.
said was. Yeah. At least you could have an expose, Rosales, where somebody can hold a tiny microphone like this and say, "We're going to talk about the video here."
Yes, man on the street interviews.
I did an interview with a wrestler named Ren Sinclair. I think that's what she's going by now. She's now in WWE on the NXT brand, and I interviewed her before she took on that moniker. And she does a lot of that microphone holding. That's part of her shtick, and I think it's a way that the young kids try to stick out amongst the crowd.
It's ironic. It's tiny, but they're holding it.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's got to the point where it's no longer ironic. It's now unironically holding it that way. And I think that's probably where Charles is drawing his ire from. Because
I now see it more than I don't on these content videos. And I'm just like, just get one of these. You're holding it anyway. Get one that can handle the thing that you're doing. Don't get a lav mic that's made for your shirt. What are you doing? What are you doing?
But it's funny if I attach it to a spoon or something. Come on.
Crazy straw.
Yeah. Now, it's you get to that point where you're doing things wrong because you don't know any better, as opposed to you're doing something wrong because you know better, and you're drawing attention to it.
That's all that matters. It's popular. I don't know what I'm doing, but everyone else is. So here.
Yeah.
Man, I'm cranky today. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, you're old now. Congratulations. Welcome to the top row of old people.
You don't like tiny microphones or the people holding them. You don't like any. You're starting to sound like me almost. You just hate everything.
Why do I look stoned and hungry?
Oh, I mean, if my camera was on, I would look exactly like you right now.
Usually, I mean, it's a better picture. It's a better picture than I had
Great
before.
picture, actually. I like
it. Today I've been freezing up unless there's some kind of movement, like it's a trail camera.
Is it chilly?
And for anybody out there who's offended by anything I said, it's okay that I talk bad about Asian people, because right now I look like one because my eyes are so sloped and slanted and closed. So it's okay. But if you do have a problem, I don't know who to tell you to complain to, but complain to some, complain to me on Twitter. Bob the Goon, Bob, you're number one.
Yes,
Yeah,
Buffalo Bob for those
Buffalo
who know.
Bob, yeah. Yeah, complain to the Bills front office organization about me or something.
Yes, that's not only is that his team, that's who he represents at this point in time. It's the Buffalo Bills.
That's right.
So
I am an ambassador of the Bills, and I represent them fully. And my thoughts and opinions they share and they accept. So,
thanks for sticking in the Jets' ass last week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, listen, I was happy about that. That was a horrible game again for us. That it even had to be like a 23-20 game. But fucking Aaron Rodgers over there, he is just destroying that team from within.
I can do with Aaron Rodgers failing, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely going the Brett Favre route. I mean, he started in Green Bay, and he's most likely going to finish off.
Packers that ruined the Jets.
Yeah,
for 500.
Exactly.
Oh, here we go. This is the one.
Yeah.
The Mets are still alive. Baseball tonight. New York versus Los Angeles, and the Yankees are already waiting for the.
Hang on,
let me. Already waiting for the Yankees are already waiting for the winner of that, which could be the Dodgers tonight.
Listen, I did mention baseball right off the bat when I did my little sports talk.
Massive apologies, sir. I didn't want to step on your dick.
No, you didn't. It's okay. It's not that big. No problem there.
Take it away, Bob. This is your shindig.
No. Yeah, but no, definitely. I mean, baseball is a big thing. The Yankees are waiting. And the Dodgers, they got to win one out of the next 2 home games, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe if the Dodgers win, I believe they retain home field advantage against the Yankees. And if the Mets win, I believe
Yankees
I'm
home field. Right, you're right.
Then the Yankees get the home field. So I know a lot of people online are talking about wanting a Subway Series for the World Series.
I wouldn't mind that.
No, a lot of people wouldn't, except for Yankees fans who definitely don't want that because they just hate the Mets so much. But honestly, I'd rather see the Dodgers go up against the Yankees because it's who was it, the $750 million man there for the Dodgers?
Shohei Ohtani.
Yes,
Rosales, what do you think he sounds like?
Yeah. Give us your best Shohei Ohtani impression.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's
a
name like that.
It's like he would sacrifice an albino.
Nope. Probably in that sauce aisle with you.
No. Is he like a producer on a Serbian film?
No.
Am I getting closer?
No.
Let's put it this way: dogs and cats would be considered a delicacy where he's from.
Jesus Christ! No, that might be Ohio.
Oh yeah, that is Ohio.
He's
My
from
bad.
Ohio? I didn't know that.
Oh boy, Sunday afternoon, folks. Not after dark, but it's Sunday afternoon, and here we are.
Yeah. Here we are making bad sports jokes and saving people from hurricanes, I guess, apparently.
Yeah. Yes, donate. Donate to hurricane relief to help people. Because who a better spokesman than me to speak for hurricane relief? Definitely help them because they need
Scan
it.
the code on your screen to send relief to the hurricane victims with the Red Cross. Donate to the Red Cross. We know what they're doing with their money.
Exactly.
So
tell them a racist sent you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Man. Jeez.
Are we still live on YouTube? Have we not been taken down yet?
This does feel awfully Rumble centric.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yep. It does feel awful Rumble centric, but
that was for you, Rumble. That was all for you.
But we have surpassed the 3-hour mark, and I think it's time we wrap it up, folks. So, Charles, with the Buffalo Bills right there in the center. Let me change that design again here. Bam. That's theaters. Wrong one. Bam. Charles, where are we going to find you this week?
Oh, yes. Just let Ray take over because I've got work to do personally for my channel. So this is happening.
Well, fair enough. I believe tonight you're going to get a show business. So if you want a deeper dive into, the actual box office, what that means, some predictions, perhaps, some eating of, horrible predictions last week. Come by, check it out. It's usually Monday, sometimes it's other days. This day it's Sunday. So come on over to YouTube at Willis Greedia. Ring that bell. You'll know exactly what day it is, but show business. Come on over. You'll enjoy yourself.
Oh,
Good night. Later.
actually, check it out on my 2 cents of nonsense. Lindsay's officially crossed the threshold.
Ooh,
So Lindsay can make money now.
Hey,
nice.
that's awesome.
Always
We did it.
positive. Hell yeah.
Look at
That's what it
Smile.
sounds like when I
Look
go shopping.
really creepy.
It looks
Now
like
you know
you're
who
advertising
Shohei
for
Ohtani
Smile
is.
too.
Oh, who's out looking for sauces? It's Rosales Comics. Now it's offensive. Now it's offensive. So, Ray, where are you going to be this week?
Yeah, well, definitely check me out on Charles's channel, YouTube at Willis Greedia. We're going through that and probably celebrating with Lindsay a little bit later tonight. Aside from that, I should actually have a video out in the next couple days. I was asked to actually explain why I don't hate this movie that everybody hates, Joker Folie à Deux. So yeah, it's taken a little bit longer than I anticipated, but should be out real shortly. And then if you still can't get enough, then on Thursday, come over to That Darn Kidda's channel for the thinkers. I don't know what we're thinking about this week, but it's going to be something important, something groundbreaking. It's people from like 3, possibly more different continents getting together, arguing, disagreeing about everything, yet being somewhat amicable. So if that sounds like fun, if you want to think, come on over to That Darn Kidda's channel every Thursday for the thinkers. That's about all I got going on. Hey, Bob, what do you have going on, sir?
Well, aside from football today, I think me and Austin over on his channel, Border Lane Studios, we should be getting together to do our across the aisle political discussion at some point this week because I have a lot of shit to bust his balls about still. So that'll be fun over there. I think that's about all I got going on this week. And naturally, I will definitely be in the chance of the show business tonight because I love watching that with you guys. And also the Thinkers because that's also an amazing, amazing stream to watch. You guys are always talking about interesting things. So it's very nice. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing all week.
Right on.
Well, there we go. That's everybody in a nutshell. So definitely, we've got links in the comments if you're on the YouTube. You can follow those links to the different peoples that are out there that we like to partner up with. If you want to see them on the screen, there they are. These are the people that oftentimes will show up or not.
Yes.
But they are friends of the show. So please keep them in your prayers. And for God's sakes, don't corner them in a grocery store for saying really, really unbiased movie things.
Movie things?
Yes. See, Unbiased Movie Nerd was scrolling across the screen. So yes. We do something on Fridays called After Dark now. And we talk about things we don't talk about here on Sundays. And,
it's way more offensive.
Yes.
A little bit more offensive.
Yeah, you thought this was offensive.
Yeah, get ready. Fridays. Oh, man, I really let loose.
Yes, I forgot to do this here. Where is it? Come on. There you go. The views expressed by the panel are not necessarily reflect those of the streaming platforms or the show. That's pretty much the creed of Friday nights.
I love stab.
Free speech is a bitch, and if you don't want to hear me say these things, I suggest you go out and vote Democrat this year.
Yes.
Done.
Democrats hate this shit. And there's nothing they can do about it.
Breaking. Kamala Harris doesn't want you to see this. Hurry up and watch it before it's taken down.
You either buy marketed gold coins from us or you stand with that non-patriot Kamala Harris. What are those commercials all about, man? I don't understand that.
Neither do I.
I've got my Trump-printed Bible. I don't know what you're talking about.
There was
Did you? From China?
Made in China.
I saw a Rumble commercial where
millions and millions. Sorry.
There was a Rumble commercial for a chainsaw, a handheld chainsaw, and it said, "And we're giving you a 50% discount if you were born before the year 1975." I was like, that is very oddly specific. They're going after old people.
Yes.
I'm old. I'll say 50%.
Yes. Not a chainsaw.
it's like okay, we're not even hiding who we are anymore. You know, we would be
I've
calling
noticed
you on the
places.
telephone, and if we knew your age, we would call you and sell you on some stuff.
I,
And you got to pay for the chainsaw with gift cards from Target.
yeah, you should buy 500 gift cards from Target before you can buy my chainsaw.
Maybe we'll talk about that on Friday if something interesting doesn't happen between now and then. But,
Scammy no
Capitalism.
join us Friday.
something's going to piss us off in the middle of the week, and we'll talk about it on Fridays. So that's what we'll do that. Otherwise, next week we'll be covering, the same entertainment stuff we covered this week, or something different.
Ooh, Venom comes out on Friday.
Is that right?
It'll be that relevant by this time too.
Yeah, we're going to see how fast it drops. We will see how fast it drops. Where's the one I'm looking for? I'm looking for something.
I mean,
specific.
what do we think? Do we think it drops more than Joker 2? Does it
I
do
don't
an
think it reaches
80%
the
drop?
heights that Joker 2 does.
Does anybody even go? Yeah.
Here we go. I found the Venom theme.
I'm sneaking around a house.
Here it is.
That's what Venom's
We are
got to be. Sneaking around theaters, hoping somebody sees it.
I am also Tom Hardy.
Maybe people will accidentally buy tickets for that to try to get into Terrifier.
I was just thinking about that. We could have that type of scenario going on here.
Have a happy accident for Sony.
All right.
We got something here in the live.
Oh wait, do they officially have control of Alamo yet?
I think that they do. I don't know if they were planning on opening the one near me, and I haven't doubled back to check. They went under right before Deadpool and Wolverine came out. I was going to take my son there because they were going to have these not popcorn buckets but glasses, and hang on, stupid camera.
Talking chicken.
Right after I disappointed my son.
You guys should kiss because I don't know, mustard on a chicken sandwich is pretty fantastic. I don't mean to.
The music was perfect for that.
But it's a Sunday today. It doesn't make sense, Rosales.
Not on a Sunday. No. We'll have to save that for a Friday, apparently. So Friday Night Chicken. Come out and see it. See what happens. Will Gray show up? Will he open his jar? You won't find out until then. Yes,
Will
Brian,
Gray
we
make
are
Rosales
live.
wet?
Will he moisten his crispy outer shell? You know what? I bet if Gray could blush, he would. So.
Oh, I'm blushing.
There you go.
Oh, you got the cartoon eyes because they sort of have like little blushy cheeks. Yeah, there they are. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. He's blushed.
That's awesome. Oh, the twinkles down fits too.
Yes,
it kind of worked.
The twinkle.
I didn't hate that.
This is precious.
This is now the end of the show. This music is going to be the end of the program from this point on. Go directly from this cartoony music right to the ending sequence, which I'll do now.
In your eyes.
Oh. Almost. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you next time around. Make it a great Sunday.
Blow wave.
In your eyes 風がそっとささやきつけて君と過ごす未来